Ever. Boom. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live on a terrific Tuesday night, coming off the heels of what was a historic NXT. We got tonight's show with lots going on as we head towards Halloween Havoc. We got all the action, all the reaction, all the fun stuff, folks. Make sure you get in this chat, say hello, don't be shy, join the family, and strap in, strap on, grab your snacks, grab your feel good. Put a smile on your face. Let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live and back at it again, folks. Like I said, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. We got NXT on tap. Right now, we're getting a replay of what happened last week, but we're going to get into all the fun stuff of this week. Like I said, make sure you get in that chat, say hello, make sure you hit like, subscribe. Check out all those links below, my friends. Be a part of our family. It's growing by the minute. And if you don't know who we are, well, you should. I am Mr. Every Night KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube. And that is Big Nick.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrestling for Life Network proudly brings to you its YouTube tag stream champions of the world, the Every Night Delight, KJ White. I am Big Nick, and I feel like tonight I should have changed my name to the Dijakinator, the Big Nickinator, something like that, because we've got Dijak could be #1 contender for the NXT title tonight.
You're gonna put the money on your man?
I don't think it's going to be Carmelo. If we're going right into that, I don't think it's going to be Carmelo. I think he's already been there, done that. He's climbed that mountain. He doesn't need to climb it again.
True.
Corbin would be an interesting shout. I could see maybe you make the case.
Yeah.
I think, to me, an interesting question is, do we see Lexus King tonight, aka Brian Pillman Jr., and does he get involved in that?
That's very interesting.
He'll jump up to there.
Interesting. We will find out. I mean, that's an interesting one tonight. I like that take. I mean, where is Pillman going to slot himself? Part of me wondered if he'd go after Trick. Especially with Trick being so babyface right now and so over.
I could see that. That could be. I think he's there or main card or main title. I do probably think more probably like you said with like Trick. He's gonna hopefully maybe not whoop that Trick, but
right.
It's going to be interesting going forward with NXT because I think we're about to see a good amount of call-ups here pretty soon.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's why they're introducing so many new people, and we're kicking off tonight with a battle royal, the Bada Boom Bada Bing tag team.
Forget about it. We got the Bada Boom and the Bada Bing.
Right.
Because I've got the Creed brothers coming out right now. Are we close, synced up?
Yeah, I got the Creed brothers walking up the apron right now, dipping into the ring.
I've got them in the ring, so we're like seconds off, so that's perfect.
Brutes are in the ring. Los Lotharios is in the ring.
Dallas, GTA, Brooks and Dunn.
Oh, look. Having a little spaghetti.
How do you get that job? I mean, I've already got the cat. Me and Anthony could just sit there and rent a suit jacket and just be there for the family.
Right? That's all you got to do is stand there. Be a fill-in.
Yeah, you just got to have a white T-shirt and a suit coat.
Oh, shit. Wow.
So you want to take a prediction? Take a guess?
Creeds.
Dan and Camp already out.
Yeah.
You think Creeds are going babyface on babyface match?
Yeah, screw it.
Do we end it though? Have we ended it with Gallus?
Oh, that's very valid. Gallus hasn't really had a take back.
Oh, ref just got kicked in the head. Did you see Tank just almost took out the referee.
Did you see? No, he kicked him in the head. The ref felt
he did
that.
Actually can pace that, man.
There goes Tanker. Folks, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the show. Thank you for being here. We got a battle royal already off and running, so make sure you give us your predictions on who you think might win. We'll take a rating out of 10 at the end of the show because we want to know what you're thinking, but we will get to you in a moment. The action has kicked off and is already rolling, but we will say hello in some of the downtime here. Just in a minute.
We'll roll through the comments here. We got all these people in the ring here. Ronnie, what up? Ronnie's going to see Taylor Swift. Just watch a Chiefs game. That's all you got to do. You don't even got to pay for it. Ron
How is this
again.
the most
Oh,
talkable thing in football, by the way?
oh yeah, it's disturbing.
It really
Lost
is.
out here. You know, I'm thrown off because he's got an Alabama
We talked about
avatar
that.
picture, and he's out here saying Atlanta. It's like, no, Oklahoma, my guy.
Right.
C Money, what up? Steve G, what up? Alexis, what up? Clay, what up? Greg, Alexander, A. Johnson, Dale, Brandon, Dale, Doug. Did you guys see Raw last night? Yes, we were
Yes.
live. Jimmy Uso screwed Jay again. See why in my book Jimmy Uso is nothing but a goddamn sellout.
He's sellout. He definitely is playing that role. He definitely
It
was a
sounds
sellout.
like you're just like that guy. You're a big phony.
You're a big
He's a big phony.
No, I mean, yeah, I mean, Jimmy started all the bullshit with the bloodline, and then when shit hit the fan and his brother quit, he just went back to Roman.
Yeah, they gave him a weird excuse and reasoning as to why he went there, but yeah. Now we can talk about this probably more in a commercial because I've seen this floated around as Ridge just dumped out both of Social Gatherings. Right? What? The Brutes? Really?
Could it be?
I mean, Rich just dumped out a whole team by himself. So
Los Lotharios might not be a bad show.
No, they are trying to get them over.
They got to do something.
Got to push bottom, but they're going to be babyface. I'm wondering if it's going to be a heel team here.
Like, well, we still have
the only heel team left, I think, right now is Gallus. So
no, we got Crime Time too.
Oh yeah, GTA there.
Yeah.
Brooks done gone. Mulder, Becky bumped the ratings for NXT. When should she drop the belt?
It's a good question. I thought she was going to drop the belt.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. Wow.
Gallus is out.
Creed brothers.
So we're down to Crime Time, the Creed brothers.
Chase is still in there.
Austin, yeah. Chase U, sorry.
Yeah. They're just having a grand old conversation in the corner there.
Yeah, in powwow.
I'm waiting for break.
Right. Omaha.
Yeah, speaking of JR. Oh, Reggie! Taking the Brutes out.
Oh,
his own team.
Yeah. You've up.
Everybody out. Reggie
that's setting up. So the Brutes have got to be doing some time here on NXT if they're setting up a feud for them on NXT. With Sheamus, I believe, is injured.
Yes.
So they've got to be getting a little bit of a run on NXT, it seems.
It would seem to be the case, especially like you said. They're, a nice little over feud for Crime Time 2.0 to kind of introduce them to the crowd because we haven't got a whole lot from them. Reggie's become the new Leo Rush.
Yeah, a bit. Yeah, honestly. Easy Bake. My pick is AI Demon Bray Wyatt. Fair enough. Trevor, what up? Todd, Curtis. Let me talk to you. Well, where was it? I like seeing money's coming here. GTA mission
fail.
Wasted just come across the screen.
The
Creeds are out. So we're down to Chase, you, and Los Lobos. Los Lotharios, Los Lobos. How far is heaven?
It still amazes me that I dropped a Los Lobos reference and you named a song.
Exactly, 100%. That is the world's shittiest looking ass spaghetti, by the way.
So now this becomes. Sorry, guys, time out. This has now become a tag match to a pinfall.
Oh,
I dig it.
We got cheerleaders. Rah, shish-kumbah. Push them out, shove them out, way out.
This makes me think that Los Lotharios is probably going to win it because of Thea Hale, and
I'll go Chase you.
People like them.
They're the mascots of NXT. Literally, they have survived they're the only thing I think that's really fully survived the 2.0 era.
Yeah, technically,
Babyface Push and his leotard didn't survive. No. Tony, I think. Well, we lost part of Tony's family.
Carmelo, maybe the best example of a guy who came out of it better. Like one of the few. But yeah,
absolutely.
Chase
Trick.
Yeah, I mean, Trick, I would say, evolved outside of like once they kind of got into this mode and they started utilizing him better, it definitely expanded his repertoire. But you got a valid point there. Not many came out of it feeling good about themselves.
Absolutely. But we are in commercial break number 1. As I saw Curtis said, the
Yes.
over-under was 7. So I'm definitely taking the over on that one, Chief.
What are we in commercial break number 1 or 2 now?
1.
1.
You really think they're going to go under 7?
I'll go over. Yeah.
I know it's only 2 hours, but still. Damn,
Yeah.
there goes my pick.
I was debating if I was going to take the 7 and run, but I'll go over.
Go on, take the money and run.
What's up, Bobby?
Bobby, what up? Alexis taking me over. The has arrived. What? Or I think you were trying to say Thea. Smart by the low skies. Yeah, I see Chris is right there with me. Every time I see them, I see Eddie Edwards and Davey Richards. I see the American Wolves because the same fucking tattoo.
Oh, because the claw on the chest? Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Creator Wrestler 101 when you were playing like the old Creator Wrestler games and like you could only have
you get like the scratch or you could get like the tribal one.
Yeah, everybody had a tribal sleeve.
Yeah.
And all that. Yeah, 100%. That had no way is indicative of the fact that we both have tattoos and this man has 2 full sleeves of tattoos or anything like that. But yeah.
My creative player always looked like a Jack Jeff Hardy.
Looked like Jesse James or something like that.
Right.
Now there's been like Sean O'Hara just with a lot more tattoos.
Yeah, kind of. There you go.
Yeah. Well, then again, Sean O'Hara was pretty much just a Jack Jeff Hardy. So.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, boom.
Love the structure of this Battle Royals to tag. It kind of halfway reminds me of a little bit of the reverse Battle Royal since we were talking about Impact earlier. Still the stupidest idea ever.
That is dumb as shit. I do like the fact that when you get down to the final 2 teams, you just ding ding, first one to get a pinfall. It's a nice way to end a Battle Royal, I think. And I don't mind it.
Well, we've seen it before. It's just unique, I feel, to WWE a bit.
A little bit, but I think is that not what they do with the Dynamite ring? Like the final 2 end up having a match like a week later.
Well, now I don't remember
they changed the rules on the fly
Battle Royal or if the Battle Royal gets a shot at MJF for it.
Now that's the other thing. Last year they implemented that random rule of no. They gotta beat MJF. MJF won the match, so he keeps the ring. So are they going to do that again this year? And if they do it again, he has to lose it to one of the Bullet Club.
I don't know because I mean Max Caster's making a hard fucking push to be the one to be in the ring for a ring with Max. So
hilarious. No, I figure under the current circumstances, if like they could help Juice win it. Maybe Juice might not be the best choice right now. Things have changed. Steve, way to fuck up the booking. Damn it. Because in theory, you were like, if Jay helped Juice steal it, I mean, that would have been a big kind of coup. The first person to take the ring away from MJF. It's the kind of the heel victory going into the pay-per-view. I mean,
if anything, I think make it Dudley do right, you need to have Juice win the Battle Royal and then Max still beats him for the ring. I think Max retires the ring. MJF retires the ring.
He just wins it for 5 years.
Would it feel weird on anybody else?
That's what I said. I mean, you would have to really have a circumstance. Like if Max Caster won it, I'd be like, what are we doing? What is the purpose of this? This doesn't make any sense. However, if you tied it into a rival, maybe, but again, would it suit the other person? No, maybe he gets it back at the end of the day. He, jumps him in the back and steals his ring back. I don't fucking know, but
it's almost becoming a little bit of like R-Truth with the 24/7 title. It just kind of has to have it.
Yeah, kind of right. I'm having garlic bread with cheese. Why did I?
No, I like it because so Amy's reading off pretty much what Tony and Hashtags are having, and then see money falls up. So. Hey, Jobson, are you Tony or Sax?
Yeah, are you up in the crowd? What's going on?
Right. I mean, we don't know if they got their phones.
Right.
Maybe they're tuned in. We've had people at the shows tune into us before and wrestlers tune into us.
Very true.
Wouldn't be surprised.
What about meatballs? You can't. What about the meatballs?
Pause on the meatballs. Jake, what up?
What's up, Jake? How you doing? How you doing?
Terrence, what up? What is Sting's announcement tomorrow? Retirement, possibly. I do want to talk about this. Granted, as we're back from commercial, I've got Humberto Carrillo with Andre Chase. I almost forgot his name for a second. I was going to just call him with Chase U in the corner.
Yep.
But so do you think Sting retires tomorrow? Since I know you'll be here, I may or may not be here.
I don't know if he retires. I wonder if he might do something similar to kind of like Brian, where it's like, maybe Full Gear will be my last match, or, something down the road, like that kind of idea. I still think
it's an endpoint.
Maybe. What could
That's not a bad shout. I haven't really heard that theory kicked around, as we got a little lower third there for coming up next. Carmelo Hayes will address the NXT universe. He's not winning this match tonight. He's pretty much done.
I don't think so. I'm actually leaning towards Corbin out of the three.
Not a bad shout. I feel like I just had to for the gimmick with Dijak, but Corbin's not a bad shout, because maybe that's Corbin's kind of ceiling, is NXT World Champion.
Maybe. And again, even if Corbin's just a really nice feather in the cap for your new champion, I'm okay with that too.
Yeah, him versus Ilya would still be, I think it would be Corbin's best match of his goddamn career, to be honest. It could be.
I'd be really curious to see that one.
Right? As Duke just throwing Humberto everywhere. Yeah, I forgot. No. If you had to choose between the playoffs and wrestling, which one would you choose? Which playoffs?
Right?
Jinx, you owe me a Coke.
Like, seriously, that's a valid question. MLB playoffs, I'd probably be here.
We've been here watching 2, 3, I think sometimes almost 4 shows at one time. So 100%. We would just split the screens. Yeah.
Well, yeah, no, I mean, at the end of the day, what sport?
Yeah, if you're talking about, I think I know where he's going here with baseball, and my Yankees are out of it, and I know your Blue Jays are out of it, so I don't give a damn.
Right? No, screw it.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah, and what we do is we just, if we have to watch it, we'll incorporate it into what we're already watching. So
we'll keep you updated still. I mean, trust me, we've already talked about doing a Leafs game. I know we did the Super Bowl.
We will do the Super Bowl again. That was fun.
Right. There's been plenty of times where I've been on here watching Raw and the Bills.
Yep, absolutely. But yeah, we do this all the time. We miss a lot of things, guys. Like a light.
Right. Daniel, what up? My Stros better screw you and your Stros with your trash game. I hate the Astros personally, just because we lost you guys so many times to get to the fucking World Series.
Yeah,
that's all I gotta say on that. Oh, roll up. 2 count. So are you that far out of me?
I just got the roll up 2 count. There was back-to-back 2 counts of sit down power bomb.
Okay. Power bomb. 1, 2 count. Oh, they're not losing. This man's.
You think Chase gonna steal this one, eh?
Oh, absolutely. This man. And quit cutting to Tony and his shitty fucking Caesar salad and fucking ketchup and pasta. But at this point, he's sat there and should have been out of this match. Now it's the tides are going to turn. We're going to get the babyface going over here, or at least Chase.
Right, dude. I think it's hilarious. I mean, what a genius gimmick. Oh wait. The Creeds are. Wow, the Creeds are going after losses there. Oh wait.
Hey.
Turn around. He still got it.
2, 3. I hate being right.
That's a good right, though. That's
right, but I didn't predict the fucking Creed brothers getting involved.
Yeah, like I don't understand quite if that's like heelish. I don't get that move. All right, fair enough.
Right.
So next week, part of Night 1 Halloween Havoc, we get the family against Chase U. They might win.
Go. Well, and so is it interesting that we've had no real talks of Halloween Havoc Night 2, but we had a lot of talk about Halloween Havoc Night 1.
Yeah, because give it time. Give it time. They'll announce.
Yeah, but what are we going to build to Night 2 on Night 1?
I think so. I think we might get little.
I was going to say it's next week, so you kind of have to if you're not going to do it now.
Well, you think kind of show to show, we generally don't know 2 weeks out. Like we don't know the full card for a SmackDown or
but like, it's not a 2-night event.
So I think that's what we're still going to treat it like, because you're going to show up. It's a regular Tuesday show, so we'll find out a lot about it tomorrow. All right, next week. Right, we're going to work through this week. They'll announce maybe 1 or 2 during this show. Something will come up, but we got to get to night 1 first. We'll pitch that, and then the next week we'll pitch the next one.
But you're pitching it already out the gate as a 2-night event.
Yeah, I think so. The same way they did the last one, the 2-night event. I don't think anything changes strategy wise.
You don't want a overarching story. Well, I think.
And I think we're going to have
more of the overarching story of night 1. Just okay,
a little bit.
How are you? As we're on commercial break number 2, dos amigos, I believe.
That was awkward. You're going to have to be more specific, my guy.
I tend to be awkward. I'm used to
us, the chat, the show.
Oh, right. Probably, yeah.
Tony Caesar salad. Yo, what a genius gimmick. The guy's like, listen, I got this gimmick, and every time you see me, I'm eating food, okay? So just make sure I have some good Italian food.
Are you Breezango with dumping the cereal bowl on his head and everything?
Tony Caesar salad.
No
one liking the Astros. Alexander, Seahawks, Cowboys, Boise State, and Broncos. Or Boise
That's
State
a
Broncos.
Unique as college football team. Is that just because they play on the blue turf?
The blue turf.
Yeah, I'll get words out. Well, I remember back when like Boise State pulled off, like they did like the whole Statue of Liberty play. Like they were literally like the little giants of like the annexation of fucking Puerto Rico shit.
Right. What's up, Vacant? How you doing? Welcome.
So, arguably most world champions in pro wrestling history there, Vacant.
Yeah, right. More title reigns than any other athlete out there.
Right.
Baltimore Orioles. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, especially in AW.
Orioles had 100 games, did win 100 games this year. Yeah, they woke up. I don't know what to tell you.
Blind squirrel finds a nut every now and then.
It's true. Sting's last match pay-per-view could be next. Maybe that's what it is. Full Gear will be my last match.
Then who does he go against? And
Darby, put the old man down.
That's, I think, a slam dunk. But does any match on that card matter worth a shit compared to Sting's last match?
I think so. I mean, it's so in what regard? Because I think overall, I think we'll be fine.
You would put that on the same match as you're trying to get MJF versus Jay White over for a world title feud?
Yeah, I think so. I don't think it's that big.
You don't think that would overshadow it?
Not in 2023. Not with this group. I don't think it's like, oh well, the title match would have been better if you don't think the middle of the show
AEW audience and Tony Mark Khan won't sit there and go over the top and just do everything if it's Sting's last match.
Maybe, but
granted, it is valid to an extent, but I wouldn't put anything that I'm really...
So then what do you do? Do like a
do it like Ric Flair's last match. You just do everything's pretty much tribute shit. You do bring back, this is your life, Sting. It's a whole tribute show.
So like a Dynamite, like in as far as the farewell goes. You wouldn't waste pay-per-view on that.
Well, shit. That's because they only do so many pay-per-views.
Like Full Gear. I mean, if
they do Darby, get them to do a special one-off or anything. I mean, Christ, they still do Battle of the Belts. And I
don't think it's like super. I mean, I think if Sting and Darby are the second last match,
Tony Schiavone with It's Sting, and it's the last It's Sting.
I mean, it'll be a good moment. I think
a year over that.
Tony a good moment, good match. But I mean, I don't think it's going to overshadow a really amazing main event if you have it. Like, I really don't think that's.
But if you had those on the same card, which one are you more interested in watching at last then?
MJF still, because we know what this is. Like, again, I think Sting going out to pasture doesn't like, oh, I mean, that should be a main event match. I don't think so. I think I'm good with that in the middle of a card.
Fair enough. I think
Brian.
Put out to pasture when he can almost put himself out to pasture with that fucking ladder spot.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
So we've got Lexus King on my screen, Brian Pillman Jr.
Mm-hmm.
Is he a testament to even anybody that,
Look up,
might want to go, from AEW to WWE if you don't want the producer all in the video, all up on the record? Hey, even if you're not a Cody Rhodes, a Jade Cargill, we're still going to do a quick flip with you and get you fucking over.
We are going to make you as relevant as we possibly can. We are going to put the ball in the middle of your chest. All you'll have to do is run with it. But we're going to give you every opportunity. We're going to have a whole row of guards.
Strap a fucking jetpack to you.
Yeah. This Halloween.
Let's go. And do you like that it's not placating into the second generation star quite as much and everything? He's not taking his dad's name. All of that. He's not the raving babyface he was in AEW.
I had a feeling he might be heelish, and I know he was doing a lot of independent work. Next week, the debut of Brian Pillman Jr., Lexus King.
Let's go.
So there you go. What is this?
The theme for Halloween Havoc. You can tell Triple H is in charge of creative because we're getting back to these independent, small time metal.
We're getting the heavier. Yeah, let's go. But you're not wrong. I think it's good because it's one of the few times that I can recall that they actually explained why a person isn't the name we expect them to be. Right? They generally just change it, and we got to get.
Well, it works because it's all true.
And then it ties into the lineage. It ties into, that's my dad standing next to Stone Cold. By the way, very smart using clips of Flying Brian with Austin because, again, fan recognition right away. Hey, we know the what guy. Yeah. Very smart. I think at least they explained it this time, right? We're like, wait, why isn't it Braun Steiner? They never told us why.
Very true, but it is also so funny that Tony's got to be a little bit at least kicking himself of like, wait, we could have just done this with him or at least something close to this and it would have been good.
Yeah, now the argument from that camp, I think, is, well, we'll see what he does. But Carmelo Hayes is in the ring, Mr. Him.
He is Him Jones. He is Him Johnson. He's out here stomping in his Himbalands. Himiny Cricket is on the microphone.
Himiny Cricket. Do not forget Himiny Cricket.
Let's talk about it. Everybody wants to talk in WWE. We got Cody Rhodes with What Do You Want to Talk About? We got LA Knight with Let Me Talk to You. And now we got Carmelo saying, let's talk about it.
Right.
I feel like I'm
in a video game.
Coming to WWE 2K24. That line's fully going to get put into a video game now.
Right?
Batten down the hatches. Boring-ass Baron Corbin's coming out here with his bald asshole head.
Boring-ass Baron Corbin.
So it's so funny to me because Baron Corbin outside of WWE, like in-ring shit, like his actual, like, I just like cigars, whiskey, and steak.
Right.
Way cooler than anything he has ever done in WWE. Like,
I agree.
Be that prick.
Just be cool and confident and relax, my guy.
But he is the company guy. I mean, he sat there and just took all of the heat for when he was Constable Corbin.
Yeah.
They blamed Raw sucking on him.
Yeah, and people to this day are like, he's terrible. He fucked it all up. You're like, wait a minute.
You know he's not the actual GM, right? Like, Nick Aldis is not making fucking decisions.
Here's your guy.
Yeah, the Dijak. Yeah. They're literally just combining, like, every 80s action movie together.
Right.
But even they've got these, like, steaming... Well, they've got Sin City. They've got the steaming sewer lid there, like he's in Terminator that just touched down.
Casey Jones over here.
Right.
It is actually a little disappointing that when Dijak speaks, he does not have the accent we've given him.
Well, he fits more in the Sin City. I'm like Luther. I'm Dijak's promo translator.
Boring ass Corbin. Corbin gonna say, let's chat.
Honestly.
What did you say to me? It should be so much more intense. What did you say to me?
What are they chanting? Oh, they're chanting Carmelo. Hey,
is that what it was?
Carmelo. Hey, it took me a minute. I had to be quiet. They don't give a about either of these two right now, honestly. This Carmelo was made. This is a guy who at this point should be on the main roster.
Yeah, he's
just there standing, and they're fucking chanting for him over both.
Yeah, they're like, talking. Yeah. Can we let that guy talk again?
Right.
Corbin is underrated. I like Corbin. I think he's been a victim of bad booking. I liked Corporate Corbin or Constable Corbin or whatever the fuck it was. I thought he was a good prick. Excuse my language.
He said yes too many times. Yeah, I'll do that. And then you just end up eating shit way too much. He's Ziggler if Ziggler was taller.
What?
He's Ziggler if Ziggler was taller. If Ziggler was 6'4", like Corbin is or whatever he is, 100%. Yeah. He always looks like the bad guy in like a fucking equal, like a like a Denzel movie or something. Like he's always like just the bad heel Russian.
But that's where it's really interesting with him as being like the endearing baby face, because he just feels naturally kind of got that evil vibe to him.
Yeah,
but he's okay as a baby face. It's all right.
He's just okay as a pro wrestler. He's just yeah.
You're not wrong.
Oh yeah, the star. Yes. We are watching.
Oh, wait a minute.
Future Raw from 2027, pretty much.
Yo, they're adding a fourth. Trick Williams has been added to the.
Oh wow! So you know who's definitely not winning it tonight. And they both just point at Carmelo.
And listen to the crowd, though.
Biggest reaction so far.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong. It's really funny.
So when he has like around WrestleMania season, he's gonna have what's his name there? Who was in Hustle and Flow? Why am I blanking the actor's name? Anyways, you know who I'm talking about. He's gonna come out there and do the whoop that trick.
Yeah. It was funny listening to Cornette talk about it because he doesn't get it.
I feel like there's a lot of things Cornette doesn't get, but
yeah, you're not wrong.
To tell him because he won't listen anyways.
It's true.
Carmelo is significantly the smallest person in the ring right now.
Oh, significantly. It's like Shawn Michaels hanging out with Undertaker.
Yeah, with Scott Hall, Triple H, Kevin Nash. Like, hi, guys.
I'm standing next to Waltman, okay? Leave me alone.
Yeah, me and Sean are just going to hang out. Trick got to make his main roster debut in Memphis. Ooh, that's not a bad show.
I like it.
Here's Ziggler. A little bit. What a fatal four-way match that. Well, did you see though too how the entire match that we talked about of like don't do this, we don't want to see this at the start of Raw is what they did 100% for Crown Jewel. It's like, no, you did exactly what I was telling you not to do.
It's not my first choice. That's the honest truth. Is as much as I can justify what they're trying to do here or how they got there, it's still I just give me some one-on-one matches. The same shit I want with Kenny. Like, give me some singles matches.
Yeah, but also they're going to probably do it and hype it up of this is the most women that have wrestled in the kingdom of Saudi Arabia, as they're all women wearing Catwoman dominatrix fucking outfits and everything else.
Dun-dun-dun.
Interesting though, no, I'm not going to talk about that. I realized what I was going to say and just decided not to. We can talk about it off here. Flying Lexus King. Let's go Trick. So now if Trick's added in this, do you think Trick wins? Oh, this is going to end up in a fucking tag match.
No, now I'm leaning towards one of the other two now. Because I think Trick and Carmelo are going to have an issue. And that's going to be one of your matches coming up.
Well, you have Carmelo who keeps looking back at, is he going to do it?
Give us the tease.
Teasing it. They were teasing it because I was noticing that every time he's sitting there, he's whooping Dijak out the ring. He keeps looking back at Trick. He keeps looking back at Trick. And he goes,
they might consider
take off his jacket.
I mean, man, Trick is
going to turn heel. He's going to go with Bobby and the Profits.
That would work.
But isn't interesting, as I don't know if we want to talk about this fucking Susie Homemaker fucking NXT Women's Division here. I didn't know we were watching the Barbie movie.
I was about to say, welcome to Barb. Oh, speaking of Barbie, Jesus.
My cup runneth over. And someone should tell Tiffany, don't wear that outfit. I'm not going to tell you where to look, but don't do that outfit because it accentuates a thing you don't want to accentuate. If you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying.
No, stop saying.
Keep going.
Let it go.
I'm not mad at it. You can have that. She's out here looking like a dime, though.
What's up, Ronnie? KJ and Big Nick, did you see Brian Alvarez trying to defend TK's Twitter meltdown? Bash, I have not, because I avoid these people with the utmost effort.
Yeah, why would I go out of my way to make myself miserable? Honestly, and I'm not surprised.
No, I mean, if you want to throw it in the chat with, a brief.
Now, well, you talk, and I'm going to look that up. And
you're going to look it up? Okay.
Talking about it. Well, I want to see if it actually happened, because that's the thing is there's been a lot of, fake news going around with Tony Khan, because the man tweets more than the commander in tweet. So,
right. Facts.
But no, somebody asked about Jakara Jackson, because I didn't know if you saw it, as we're in commercial break number 3 or 4. But she's gotten pulled out of the breakout tournament and replaced with Brinley Reese. I hope I said that right.
Wait, her name is what?
Brinley Reese.
Brinley.
Yeah. It's very weird to try.
Why do they give these wrestlers names I've never heard of before?
I didn't want to say it, but if you think of Lexus King, why couldn't have he just been Brian King?
Or
I get part of why he did it, but still,
could have called him Alexis on Fire.
But I don't. They haven't given any reason as to why Jakara has been pulled outside of.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
He wasn't medically cleared, but I think it could be, honestly, maybe. Well, she's kind of almost becoming the odds-on favorite to win, and she's not going to win it, so she's not going to do. It's going to hurt her more than help her. So let's just pull her out of here.
Maybe. I don't know. I have no idea why she came out. I had no idea that Brinley. Come here, Brinley. If anyone knows of Brinley, I'm curious. But what
you watch the next comment? It's gonna be a fucking Brinley.
7 people. I was.
Wait, but I know my mom's name is Brinley. What the hell are you talking about? But you read the comments. I'm going to see if Alvarez was caping for Tony Khan here.
I want to see, because I mean, yeah, whatever. Mello and Trick got the it factor. I hope WWE doesn't F them up. Joe, we hope that with all of the stars. Every time someone gets called up, we kind of pray that they get this one right. Mello and Trick both are are substantial, have a bright future. You look like
You
you
want to know
found
why
something.
they probably won't mess them up? Because Vince isn't in charge of creative anymore.
That is
That was
very
always,
big
it was
point.
almost getting sent to the fucking gallows. I felt like there was a couple people on the main roster that were just laughing at people that got called up, like that James Franco meme of like, first time. That Vince had a habit of just screwing people up once they got called up. I think Hunter knows where to properly move them, because think about it, half these people are still his babies. NXT is his child, essentially, in pro wrestling.
Yeah, and I think that's where over the last little bit here, even on the main shows, you've seen the DIY comes back, Imperium's getting more time. Even the Judgment Day, you forget that like Rhea and Damian were kind of his hands at some point. Like he has an affection for that certain crew, and we're seeing them be used more. Jonah gets an IC title match. That's
Johnny Gargano. We've got DIY back together on the main roster.
Yep. That's where it gives me hope. It really does. X marks the spot, indeed. Best gear ever. Thank you, Easy Bake.
The
pants are distracting.
The most I could find was a Reddit post to where I guess Alvarez was saying, maybe this is something, but that Alvarez thought Tony was just doing that to get publicity on the company, which let's look at previous track records of Vince Russo and Eric Bischoff and how that worked out for them.
Mm-hmm. I did suggest that as a possibility, Nick. Is this his futile attempt, his embarrassing attempt to just garner up more views because now you're being tagged in a whole bunch of, you're trending, right? I don't know.
I think the shell had just been removed and we got Tony Khan as we would have seen him on message boards 10 to 20 years ago.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Canadian in the ring.
Carmen Petrovich. And
another
she's taking on Jada Parker.
They're going to push this Makovich to the moon because she comes out with a prop. They know how the WWE loves props.
I was going to say Viking Raiders, Hot Topic Raiders.
Right?
Yeah, she looks like fucking Phantasma or something out here. Like she's fucking, going to pop out of a fucking magic hat here. I'm taking Parker here just on the simple fact that you mentioned that the other girl's Canadian, just to be different.
You know what? I'm going against.
Of course you have to. That's why I did what I did.
No, I'm not taking the Canadian. Forget it. I like that they gave this girl a package, like a little. Now I've seen Markovich on a few other things, including an episode of Level Up. She's okay. Kind of brings in like a martial arts style, sort of. Sometimes we'll see.
What is that? Has this breakouts tournament really become, for the most part, a lot of really? This is the first time we're seeing a lot of these.
Very
people?
Green, yes. Wow. The
Bonkers, what up? Sam Petrovich for the win. Lexus King.
All right, I'll go Petrovich.
Doesn't really pass the name test for me. And new WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Yeah, it sounds like a fucking car ad.
Yeah, or I don't know. It doesn't.
Coming soon to your latest Lexus dealership, fucking 2024 edition, the King edition.
Right, the Lexus King
comes with spray paint sideburns.
How do you feel about like his dark beard?
If I'm C. Montgomery Burns, I'm losing my fucking mind. I told you, shave them sideburns,
Mr. Burns. I don't know what you think sideburns are.
Burns are. Yes. I'm so glad you got that. This is why we work as a tag team. Playa, holla, holla,
holla. Markovich looking hungry as fuck because let's be real, her shorts are disappearing. Sup, fellas, eating from the backwards. Much love.
Why you gotta do me like that?
She got a big ass. Knife,
bro. I was at least halfway decent with my about Tiffany and everything, and you're just like full frontal.
Well, like Jesus Christ. Karen
Well, let's not act like Tiffany's gear wasn't like eat at Ralph's.
It looked like a fucking landing zone.
Fucking runway strip.
Fucking, where's my helicopter?
Be playing, boss. Be playing.
Do we need a girl with a katana? No, we don't. I didn't like when Zaya.
We have one who's named Katana.
Yeah, no, we already have. Yeah, valid.
Well, she's technically on Monday Night Raw, but you'd be hard pressed to know that. Oh,
nice match.
Yeah, a little pop up like springboard fucking booty clap there.
Springboard booty
Speaking
clap.
About the booties.
Definitely the first time ever said on our live stream. Springboard booty clap.
Ricky, what up, my guy? Shout out. Artist Jada Parker promo is over.
It was
over as it's done, or you got over with you. I don't know if it got over. I know it's done, but
it's like thank God. No, I thought.
No, I'm still taking for. Still taking her.
Her promo gave me.
Who is that? Are they showing her mom in the crowd right now? They're showing her mom in the crowd. She's gonna win it. God,
they drove.
Mom's gonna be heartbroken.
That's always fun.
Who's Jada Parker? I'll let Parker's cousin. You find out before me. Let me know.
Peter Parker's cousin. Now playing Macho Man is Mitrovic.
I don't know, but Parker got a wagon.
Oh, Kinshasa, kinda?
Yeah, awkward. If you want to even call it that. It was like a weird, like front push kick. Like this is the part where you fall down now.
It's over. It's coming, dude. Look at it.
Something is.
Oh, she's using the old Carmelo.
Boo Werns.
Oh, the Petrovich's mom.
Yeah, I told you. Mom's in the crowd. Clap,
Yo,
clap.
I got to ask, man, and I know we kind of talked about it, but for everybody watching right now, I blew my mind that they're advertising Nick Wayne's mom. She made it to the poster, Nick.
Bro.
It's a thing.
Think about it, though. The only thing that they have that's getting relevant and getting clicks right now online is MJF and Adam Cole and Christian talking about people's dads.
Tegan.
And Natalya.
Can I bet everyone out there $20 that Natalya turns on Tegan?
If you can prove to me that Natalya's less than 20% plastic.
Less than 20?
$20, 20%.
And here comes Tegan Knox.
I don't know why I'm fully hating on Natalya, but
I know.
I don't think this is bad for her. I mean, she's just gonna kind of she's on the back nine, maybe, allegedly, potentially. And she starts to starts working backstage with hubby there.
Maybe
old TJ and just starts agenting the women's matches in NXT.
Yeah. Plus, I mean, Natty's always good to get.
She's their Serena Deeb.
Yeah, and Natty's always going to make the other women look good. Like she is the female Dolph Ziggler. Sorry. Respectful.
Kind of a lot of bit.
Right. Nikki Cross, Nikita Lyons, Belair, Lola Vice. Oh, maybe. Fact.
Shawn Michaels opening up a fucking bakery over there.
That's the meme I want to see.
He's not going to win Booker of the Year. He's going to win Baker of the Year.
We keep seeing the one of them in the kitchen of like, Michaels is cooking.
Bro, you just missed my whole goddamn joke. I thought I was going to fucking pop you with that. I said he's not going to win Booker of the Year. He's going to win Baker of the Year.
Baker.
Oh, all right. God damn it.
I heard you.
I thought I was funnier than I was, I guess.
It was a good one.
KJ Little just said, you can have that. Not even what I'm going to laugh at.
We still got plenty of time. Probably
more cakes than Duncan Hines and Betty Crocker.
Yeah, I'm not finishing that sentence. More cakes than Duncan Hines. Blondie for the win. Yeah, she won convincingly. She did all right. I mean, it was a decent match for what it was.
Baker of the Year, Dr. Britt Baker. Not quite. I think artists are like this. So Shawn Michaels walking around with a chef's hat.
Yeah.
Fucking Ratatouille up in that shit.
He's looking like the Muppet guy. Just
Kager.
That's it. Yeah, exactly. She was on Chris Van Vliet. She was talking about surgery. Who? Oh, Natty.
Oh, Natty. Yeah. Oh, I love me some Natty. So, isn't Natty really Stifler's mom? Stacy's mom has got
Nick Wayne's mom's got it going on, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, Natty.
All due respect to Natty, but yeah, I mean, she'll do, but in ring, it's just one of those of we've seen it. Like you said, it's so weird that Ziggler's now become the measuring stick, especially now that he's out of the company. But it's like that shows you where you're at. If you're a company for lifer until they decide they can't use you.
Yeah, and I mean, again, we've seen it before. Where like, I mean, I'm very sad that Dolph Ziggler got released, but how long had he been there? You know, like how long was, you know, it was like 15, 16, 17 years. And the last 4 or 5 was just putting over talent. I mean, they used them to put McIntyre back on the map. Every time you kind of had that route. Now, Rey Mysterio's kind of doing that. The Miz is kind of doing that because they're in their later years. Rey's got what? Maybe, he said what, 1.5 years, maybe 2?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, that's the thing is right now, I think somebody said it earlier in the chat, what we're watching right now is going to be Monday Night Raw in the next 3 to 5 years at most.
Yeah. Braun Breaker, Carmelo Hayes, Trick Williams, the Creed brothers, Gallus. Like, there's a lot there to pull.
There is a lot in the fucking cabinets, folks.
I didn't even touch on like the women's division that's stacking up nicely. Tiffany and those players come to the main
Lyra. Not as Lyra, not Lyra.
Lyra. I still can't say her last name properly.
Valkyria. I just keep wanting to just go to Taya.
Yeah, Taya Valkyrie. It's Lyra Valkyrie.
It's like it's literally how can we be as close to this name without being this name?
Right.
So who do you have? Tegan, you have the Welsh or the Irish? Who do you got?
I'm gonna go Lyra.
Sorry, Wales.
What didn't you say that? What did you say?
I said Welsh. Different.
Welsh is Wales.
It is?
Yeah.
Taken like, from a Scotsman and a Canadian, I'll believe you.
Welsh to Wales is like, you know, British to Brits.
I don't know. I am American and dumb. So
remember, the opinions expressed are that
hooked on phonics work for me.
No, I mean, yeah, Welsh is I'm gonna go Lyra.
I'll take Tegan.
Yeah. I just have this weird, got my eye on Natty.
It's kind of hard not to.
Natty's sister is fire. Biggie is a lucky man. Hey, it was a one-time thing, was it not?
Bro. I think part of Natty's sister is a lot of the reason why we make the jokes about Natty that we do, because her sister is everything we say.
Well, and you had people pulling it into storyline and stuff of like you and your creepy sister's OnlyFans page and shit.
Yeah.
It kills me. It makes me laugh. What up, Damien?
Damien showed up here late.
Jada Parker Smith just won a match. Lost a match. Sorry.
Yeah, she lost. Now I've got. Is it weird that I kind of like Tegan just in part, just not including the fact that she looks like Jeff Hardy again? We've got another wrestler reference to Jeff Hardy, but I know for a fact like her favorite wrestler growing up was Kane. Like she's talked about it in interviews and everything. And Sam's. So that's a little bit just why I pull for her extra.
Yeah. And they seem big on Lyra. Like, and I mean, what she like the nice transition there, a nice move. I like Tegan Nox's look. I could see her being a superstar that gets pushed. I agree with you. I think Tegan has a lot to bring to the table.
Well, she's always just been hampered because of injuries and everything like that. I think they've been really big on Lyra, but has she delivered? Has anything they've done with her made you give a shit to want to pay attention to her anymore.
No, every time she's booked in something, we're like, well, she's not winning, and then she wins. Like, even in the tournament that she was just in, we were surprised she was in the final.
Yeah.
Like, how did you get here?
But that's the thing is, I know that they're getting behind her, but it's not working. It's not helping.
Jada Pickett for the win. I'm glad someone grabbed that one. Then I like that. Right now we got Tegan Knox and Lyra, by the way. If you haven't made a prediction yet, Tegan, Jada Parker,
Ray Miz, Kofi. Well, shout out Kofi, by the way. Side note,
Kofi.
I saw that he just was able to. There's now a library in his name in his native country of Ghana. As KJ's, I guess. Speaking of Ghana's, KJ's gonna go Ghana. But yeah, no, I think that that's really cool. And trust me, one of my wife's favorite highlights of the first time she really realized how much of a wrestling fan I am is when she saw me almost just take myself out like fucking Ronaldo, fucking sliding into a doorway because Kofi Kingston went over Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania. So yeah, I've always been a big fan of that man, and doesn't even hurt that he's from New England. But we are in commercial break. Someone let me know what commercial break number we were at right now. If anyone's been keeping track, we're going by Scout's honor here. Because I've lost track. I feel like I'm at maybe 4, maybe 5. I think it could even maybe be 6, but let me know here. On Raw, if Natty turns on Knox, it's probably on Raw. Fair enough. Agree on that. Bash it. But as we are in commercial break right now, I will remind everybody we are the Wrestling for Life Network. We do this for anything and everything when it comes to pro wrestling, and even then some. 100%. If you just like hanging out and having a good time and talking some wrestling, this is the place you need to be. 100%. We do this for anything and everything. We've got me, KJ, Miss Luna Havoc, who was here watching WrestleMania. Was it 6 or 7? It was the one between Hogan and Slaughter here that had to get moved and everything. And we've also got Anthony as well. And we're still growing by the minute. Nothing but big things popping, little things stopping up to something. Season never sleeps. So if you haven't done so already, be a friend, tell a friend, like, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell notification because you never know when we're going to show up. It's the spoopy season, and we're still always coming up with new ideas and new things that we can cover and just getting the itch. But also we got the merch store, we got this TikTok, we got the Twitter, the Instagram, we got anything and everything for your pro wrestling needs. So 100%. Drop a super chat if you want to just help support the channel. If you want to make sure we get to your comment. And also we do have the memberships as well, which we're going to still be expanding on that. If you want to make sure you stand out and show up because that's what the show is about. Yeah, you a Mark, but it's all good. Who you calling a Mark? Artist. What? Who's a Mark? There's the new Roxanne. Who you calling a Mark, sir? Commercial break 4.3. How do we have 4.3? It's a 4. Artist. I'm still trying to figure out who you call him, Mark. Phillies 2, Diamondbacks nothing. There we go. I feel weird pulling for the Phillies, but I mean, I kind of like Bryce Harper. There we go. I can say words. So we're already we're just about to reach the top of the hour here. And so we're in commercial break number 4. So everybody who took under or took the line, you're starting to sweat now. The thing about Dolph, the thing about Dolph don't realize is he's a perfect, well-rounded wrestler. Yes, he's what most people would call a steady hand. That you can put into any situation. He makes it great. Singles, tag, place him anywhere, and with anyone he shines. I wouldn't say he exactly shines, but I think he will get you where you need to go. Like I said, he is he 100% is a steady hand, a reliable hand. He's very much like how Sean Waltman, X-Pac, if I can say, was when new people would get signed with WWE. Chris Jericho went through with it to where you have your match with Waltman, and that's kind of the litmus test. He is very much the I guess that's honestly the best way to put it is that he's the litmus test. He's the barometer of if you can go at this style and this way or not. Deanna, what's up, KJ? This is Damien on my mom's account. Well, shout out Damien's mom. Interesting. Not sure where I had to do that. Bird Lady for the win. There we go. Kaka. I had 10 points on for a product placement. There you go. Is Becky on tonight? No, not to my knowledge. But then again, if you're going by Meltzer, we need to just worry about the demographic rating of if NXT truly won, because if they can win in the demo higher than NXT does unabated, or the Dynamite does unabated, then they've truly won the war, and just entirely forgetting the fact that NXT won the ratings war the week before, which, by the way, Tony Khan's to thank for why we're giving a shit about the ratings and quarters and demos and everything else. You a mark with the Kofi story, but we all have our mark moments. It's all good. Fair enough. 100%. Yeah. In Year Without a Santa Claus voice. We're all marks. Yeah. We're the island of misfit toys over here. 100%. But yeah, no. Everybody, honestly, I don't think you're a pro wrestling fan if you haven't at least at one point or another had that mark out moment. Like we've been even here. We're hit to the biz and everything. But still, you have your moments to where you just fucking pop. And that's what makes pro wrestling goddamn great. And why it's what we go to. Everybody has their own shit that they can fandom about. Why pro wrestling is with us this is because we have those moments to where you just lose your mind and you get back to being of just, oh, holy shit. It's like watching a goddamn Marvel movie or something for some people. And I mean that mark too. But absolutely. If you ain't having your mark out moments, you're just haterade. Kicked her straight in the head as I've got Lyra's got Tegan up on the top rope. Are we getting a superplex Tegan fighting back here? I've been a mark since I was 9 years old. Yeah, I'll give you that. I'm probably right around there. Oh! Reverses the suplex and then rolling senton for a 2 count. Been an interesting match so far. KJ's a little outsider there. Natalya has not gotten involved, but we'll see. We're not at the finish here. TK2 worried about ratings, and Russo's take on TK needs to step away from being the face of AW. Spot on. We've been said that. I think that Tony Khan has the problem of that no one will. There's not an environment that he could make though to where he'd listen to anybody else. As we've got Piper and Chelsea coming out right now. So we're building up Natalya and Tegan going at Piper and Chelsea. So that's what's going to cost Tegan in this match. God damn it. I hate that that's probably going to be the good outcome because is anyone really has Lyra gotten over Lyra, Valkyria, Bird Lady? Has she gotten over with anybody outside of fucking Kevin McAllister? Honestly. So Lyra picks up the win. But yeah, Tony just needs to put the fucking phone down. And does he not have a PR team or something that could kind of vet that shit out a little bit? Like I said, Lyra Valkyria picks up the win. And I'm not doing so hot on NXT. How was Monday Night Raw last night? I missed all that. I didn't have phone service. Fair enough, my guy. Well, then you do you, boo-boo. But yeah, Raw was not bad at all. Raw was pretty much stacked for a season premiere. As Lyra's out here cutting a promo. Yes, C Money, she's still my favorite. Team Karen. I've been a fan of Chelsea Green since you came out there with the fucking disheveled bridesmaid or bride outfit.
Speaking of being a fan,
You're a fan of this right now? You're a fan of this?
Lyra? No, not really. I haven't really cared too much, but I figured she was going to win. I just was wrong about how.
I hate that she won.
But it looks like Tegan and Natty are going to go after the tag champs.
Well, you've got to build a tag division. That's the thing, is honestly, outside of unless Chelsea and Piper are going to retire the tag titles, which, I mean, it's almost fitting. Like, just give them a fucking mid-card division more versus tag titles.
And you still have the creepy ladies over on SmackDown.
If they haven't been booked until it became spooky season.
Right?
They went months without getting booked.
I guess she's going to get her shot.
We've got an Irish on Irish accent, last on last kicking. Lyra is like the antithesis of Roxanne Perez, I feel. Of Roxanne Perez, they put in the spotlight, they've put her over, everything like that. They gave her the same type of push, but she fucking took it and fucking ran with it. Lyra, do you give a shit? Like,
not really.
And do you think she's even a viable threat to fucking Becky?
Well, I mean, I haven't thought she was a viable threat to much, but she keeps winning. So what do I know?
But it's just
loaded. But Becky's saying you were the one person or the first person I wanted to step in the ring with. So even Becky putting her over.
Stop trying to make fetch happen. Fetch isn't going to work.
Yeah, like I don't know.
Becky's going to beat the shit out of this woman. I feel.
I don't know. I'm confused.
It's provocative. No one knows what it means, but it gets the people going. Welcome. But this doesn't get the people going.
Welcome to the big time.
But they're clapping more for fucking Becky. Like, this has got, unless this is just a heel turn for Lyra.
I don't think so. But night one next week.
Babyface on babyface?
Kinda, yeah.
I think her cutting the promo after the match and no one gave me nothing. I think we're working towards maybe a heelish turn.
A heel turn on like Becky turning heel on Lyra
doesn't. No. Bird Lady goes caw.
Oh, Bird Lady goes heel?
Yeah.
She did say you're gonna have to despise me. So we'll see how that plays out. Right now it's setting up as babyface and babyface, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, we got Carmelo and Trick hanging out in the back. Now I could watch Chelsea Green all night.
All night long. All night. The artist returns. That's cool stuff, man. What are we talking about, Charles? Why does this look like a fucking argument from like fucking Varsity Blues right now, though, with these fucking clearly propped up lockers and Tricks wearing a fucking varsity?
It's all right, because I'm saved by the
bell. I don't want your life.
Right.
That's what this is. Strong side, left side, strong side, left side.
Yeah, let's go. We're always going to be cool. Those are famous last words.
Spoken by Carlito. I spit in the face of people who don't want to be cool.
Right?
Now, are you mad that they changed his theme?
Yes, a little bit.
Fair enough. Valid. Slightly valid.
A little bit, man. I mean, I kind of like the one he had. Just leave it the way it was. Why do you got to mess with shit?
Well, it's the nostalgia, and it's what gets you fucking going.
There's nothing worse than when you bring back somebody and everyone's like, like the song hits and everyone's like, who is it? You got to wait for the graphic.
Right. And well, by the way, 100%, I fully support this comment. Hey Tony, if you're here, you probably, or at least someone that works in your company is.
Yeah, say hi.
Yeah, Abaddon, bro. She works for you. It's spooky season time. Use her.
We have not seen her since Halloween 2021. If my memory serves me correct, I don't believe she had a Halloween match last year.
I want her to go to Impact and just team with fucking Rosemary.
Go. Yeah.
Fuck
I'd like to
Courtney
get
Rush.
Rosemary back.
I want Rosemary and Abaddon as a fucking tag team.
Right?
Because that's the same vibes to me. I'm a huge, huge fan of Rosemary, and I'm a big fan of Abaddon. And I think it's same vibe, same energy.
Does it pain you to know that Rosemary's been MIA for a long time now?
Because of Courtney Rush.
Right? Like, it's like Luna, I talked about it last time. Actually, Anthony and I talked about when we were on, was that, I mean, just forget Courtney Rush. Bring back
Rosemary. Nobody likes you, Courtney.
We liked you better than Courtney.
We like spooky. We like spooky Courtney.
Right? Lyra couldn't even beat Stratton. How's she going to beat Bex? Touche.
I'm going to go beat some things.
Apparently. Thank you. Thank you. All right, Nick's on a pause for the cause. We're on a commercial break, but we are rolling through NXT. I will take a second to remind everybody we are back tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a fun one. Dynamite. Remember, we're going to go on a little bit earlier than the hour. So make sure you get here, be a part of the chat. And we're going to see. We're getting a segment with Nick Wayne and his mom. We're going to see what else Dynamite has in store for us as we head into kind of, full gear season. But either way, Thursday we're back. Luna Havoc and Anthony for Impact. They are doing Bound for Glory on Saturday. And then Friday, myself and Nick are back for SmackDown and Rampage. And then we got all our pop-up news updates. We got our shorts. We got all our social media. Go check it all out. Go be a part of the family. It continues to grow. We are nothing but humbled, nothing but flattered, and appreciate everybody for tuning in. But with that being said, let me catch up on some in the chat before this commercial comes to an end. Lyra is one of the best NXT, and she's a future star. You know what? What I've seen of Lyra in the ring, she's been solid. I don't know if she's gotten over with me outside of she seems like she can wrestle for a young talent. I don't know. And I think Nick's like, the give a shit factor. Is it there? Is it as sustainable with her as it is with others? I don't know. We'll see. Is she going to beat Becky? I don't think so. But I don't know. They seem to be very high on her. Yeah, maybe just not as flashy as some of the other talent we've seen. Maybe that's it. She's just a little more subdued, a little more, I'll let my actions speak louder than my words, perhaps. I don't know. What Easy Bake say? Oh, that one. Yeah, I'm all for this. 100%. I'm with you. But yeah, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but she was on Dynamite Halloween 2021. She took on Britt Baker. She did not have a match Halloween 2022. And then she came. Well, we will find out if she gets anything this year. But here's Gigi revealing the Wheel of Horrors. Horrors, for the record. Spin the wheel, make a deal. So I guess this is for Gigi's match next week with Blair. Casket match. Okay. Gigi looking good. Yeah. So it's lights out, bitch. There you go. Gigi, Blair Davenport next week, part of Halloween Havoc. A lights out match. I would make Abaddon special. I would use her in some capacity. I mean, I think if you can fine-tune her gimmick, give her a manager. Figure out what James Mitchell is doing right now. And I mean, there's options that you have where, again, at least she's unique. I mean, it's one of the things about Toni Storm. I know some people don't love the Toni Storm stuff, but at least she's got some level of unique character to her that works really well. And there's not enough personality at times. But right now we're getting a replay of what happened, and we're getting, wow, Von Wagner going through rehab, recovering from, and there's Mark Stone at his side. Interesting. How do we feel about this, folks? Timeless Tony. I like it. As fake ref to NXT. There you go. There you go. So Braun Breaker took out Von Wagner a couple weeks ago, or a month ago now. If you guys don't remember, he dropped the stairs on his head, which became a very kind of interesting post that was circulating through social media of people. You know, some were saying it was an accident. He didn't mean to hurt him, but he really did hurt him. Others were showing videos of, no, wait a minute, he missed. And so here we are. We're finally building this back up. Yeah, she's technically still under contract, as far as I know. I could be wrong. I'm not going to click on See Monies, but I'll click on Me Too. That's funny as hell. How come we don't call Joey Fatone Joey Fat One? It's a good question, artist. Good question. Damn, boo-boo. Abaddon with Father James Mitchell. There you go, right? You give her some type of, like, bigger, you give her some type of personality that's, you know, bigger than just, oh, well, she, you know, is the spooky girl. You give it some element, right? You got to turn it into a Mankind vibe where, yeah, it's really crazy what we're watching, but when you get into it, you realize how good it is. By the way, Kiana James is here, and her entrance is great. She needs to get rid of the purse, but other than that, she's fine. There you go. And someone else asking for Mick Foley. What are the odds that twice we get a Mick Foley reference? As we're getting a replay of Shotzi, who got involved with Kiana James last week. So I wonder if Shotzi will be in action next week. Oh, no, they're going to do it tonight. There we go. Okay. What do I know? Not advertised heavily, this match. Dun, dun, dun. I can't wait for MLW to invade NXT. Interesting. As Shotzi's here with her tank. Shock me. There you go. The new look, the new vibe of Shotzi. I like her coming down to NXT. I don't believe that she did a whole lot in NXT the first time around. So I like the idea of her coming down here and stay a while. Find yourself, find your in-ring, you know, what's the word? Finesse. You know, a little more seasoning wouldn't hurt Shotzi right now. And you look at the, you know, the women's division on the main roster, it's getting pretty busy up there. I think NXT is a good way for Shotzi to stand out. But I like the look, I like the vibe. She's making the most of it. Xia Li, we saw she stepped up to Becky the other night. She's been pushing for a title shot. So I like Xia Li a lot. I hope they figure it out. I really do. I mean, we haven't seen Boa in a while. Y'all remember Boa? Shotzi for the win. Yes, get your predictions in, folks. Let me know who you're taking. Shots for the win. Yeah, I'm going to agree with you now. They are very high on Kiana James as well. That is kind of like we just talked about with Lyra Valkyria or whatever. I really do think that they like Kiana. They like her look. They like her attitude. She got a really good heel vibe, kind of a natural attitude on her. And what I've seen of Kiana in the ring has been pretty good. Oh, artist. Yeah, Shotzi being a star in NXT. I'm with you, Chris, right? Like, again, she looks good. And again, she has an ability where right now she's probably the favorite. Well, she is the favorite in this match. If she was taking on Asuka, Bailey, Charlotte, you're assuming it's going to be a squash match in the wrong direction. So, yeah, I think her being here and having a little bit of a stint isn't terrible. As we go to another commercial break, I'm not sure what number we're on, folks, but yes, Kiana James in control, letting her know that nobody embarrasses her. But they're not doing a damn thing with Xia Li. Charles, they haven't. We saw her get involved. Remember when she helped Damage Control for no reason, no explanation, no follow-up? I don't know what they did. But Xia Li, I'm a big fan of Xia Li. I think there's something there. She's had confrontations or conversations with Becky Lynch over the last little bit. So maybe we get more of that. Maybe we do. I don't know. Do you like the name Lexis King? I think we talked about this a little earlier, Keyshawn, and I don't love it. Again, at the end of the day, I think it's like anything else. The more we hear it, you know, I hated Gunther. I went on multiple streams just like this Gunther shit is stupid. Why did they do Gunther? Now I see him and it's just like Gunther. So Lexis King, not my favorite. I don't know. Someone said earlier about passing the name test. I don't know that it does. But I ask myself all the time, like, the name making choices sometimes in WWE make me scratch my head. Now I know he picked the names he did honoring family, but again, I think there was just another, you could have put it a different way, rearranged it. Maybe his last name was Lexus. I don't know. But Lexis King, we'll see. Maybe it'll grow on us. Hopefully it's not signs of a horrible run. Long hair for the win. All right, Todd taking Kiana James. Abandoned hurt her shoulder last year. Is she not? But she's back, right? Like, I know she was hurt. I think she, like, they could use her. Like, I don't think she's still out because of the shoulder though. I'm curious. If you know something, Dave, let me know. Shotzi for the win, like it. Shotzi for the W. I'll let that slide. Did you hear Tony on the Dan LeBatard show? They was trying to get him to say what happened at All In. LOL. I did. I did hear this. I thought it was good. I don't think too often in those media scrums. I don't think too often, in the interviews, Tony gets pushed very hard. We saw Ariel Hawani do it, and that ended horribly and became a public breakup. If you guys don't recall, but yeah, to have the people on the show actually push Tony, I would say they were right in the sense that Tony does a really neat thing where he generally tap dances around questions, and when you try and call him out, like, "Hey, your ticket sales are in the toilet and they're not going very well." Oh, but we've had the best run of 4 pay-per-views, and people love our shows, and he doesn't ever address the issue that you ask him to. He's very political that way. And I like that somebody called him out on it. And I like that they were pushing him. Like, what happened? Like, what is the real story? And I mean, they got him to say, yes, I was really afraid for my life. Again, if the story comes out that Punk was just yelling at him and that was enough to make him fear for his life, maybe that's why he doesn't want to tell that story. Well, then I came over and I told Punk, I'm tired of fighting around here, and he yelled at me and I shit my pants. Like, I don't know. Shotzi looking a little thinner. You're not wrong. I agree with you. Wow, huge clothesline by Kiana. And again, you look at Monday, you look at tonight, a lot of women are being highlighted on these shows, guys. Right? We've had a couple women's matches here tonight. Last night, we had a lot of presence of the women's division. Triple H / Shawn Michaels and others are definitely putting forward the women's division. Like, women's wrestling is still here. There is strong, good quality women's wrestling out there. And we want to be one of the places that, people want to wrestle, but where fans want to tune in to see good women's wrestling. Not always great, but I mean, I give them credit. They're definitely utilizing their women's roster a lot more than a lot of companies. Is SmackDown coming up? Yes, Richard. SmackDown is coming up. Every Friday, there's another one. Speaking of coming up,
well, I was gonna. That's a lot better than what I was gonna come back on, because I was gonna say, well, speaking of shitting his pants,
we let you have a break so you don't do
that. Yeah, I know. Well, I think Tony's very much doing that right now.
Oh, big kick by Shotzi. Decent match, Nick.
Yeah.
What up,
I
Damien?
don't mind Shotzi kind of getting more of a run on NXT. I think it doesn't hurt a bit with realizing that maybe the main roster is a little too crowded. So let's maybe slide one or two people that could still get a push, that have a bit of attention, have a bit of a backing onto an NXT or something like that.
Yeah. Oh, big tope.
Yeah, and I'm not going to comment on whether the woman's gotten thinner or thicker, because not my business.
I see her with red hair and wig on YouTube. She wore a red. Oh, okay. What just happened there? Oh, wait a minute. Roxy's got the purse.
Oh.
I got your brick.
I got your back. What in the name of Beetlejuice is up with getting Roxanne Perez's pants, by the way?
I don't care.
She's halfway unofficial with that stripe.
I didn't think Beetlejuice. I'll put it that way. Lexus or Alexis? What is it, or what could it be? But Lexus is what it is.
It should be just Brian, but that's neither here nor there.
Even if it was Brian Lexus, I can kind of get behind that.
Brian King. It wouldn't be Brian Lexus. It'd be Brian King.
Well, I mean,
King stays.
It's made up. You can move it around.
Senton.
3.
If you move it around, it feels a lot better. That's what she said.
Couldn't they come up with another name for him? He picked it.
But that's, again, I think, because Starks has been a name that's been floated around. We've obviously had, the bidding war of 2024, where Maxwell may or may not be a free agent. So
see, Maxwell, the idea that Maxwell, because again, the idea that like MJF would have to negotiate that.
Oh, hi, how you doing?
Oh, Noam on the phone.
He's in the hospital with Jakara.
This is the funny. This is like watching the UN.
Oh, well, I said metaphor is starting to grow on me like fucking moss, but I've been a fan of Lash Legend right now. How you doing?
Dude, that's then you can have that tree to climb.
Well, I will climb that tree, motherfucker.
Zawa!
Where's Noam?
Tell Noam he's looking for him.
Because now in the ultimate default create a wrestler fucking get up there with just a plain white t-shirt that's 8 sizes too big. Oh, Trick got jumped backstage. Oh. We don't know who did this, but quick on the scene, quicker than a hiccup is Carmelo.
Carmelo. Now it makes me think
it was the devil, because they aren't using them on AW, so he figured he'd just show up on. So he'd at least want to get booked somewhere.
I'm hoping they touch on it next week at least.
Well, you would think that if you were Jay White, you would at least address it.
Yeah,
that would be the focal point of the promo instead of controversy. But your focal point would be you went back to the devil. You sit there and do this whole fake facade for everybody. And try and act like you're nice. But I know deep down you are still the devil.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
So
Right.
it's almost like you could write this shit if you actually put longer than a bit of attention to it.
Who's Lexus King?
She got cakes? Yeah, it does kind of. Just change the first name, goddamn.
Yeah, again, I mean, it is what it is. Like I said, I mean, we tend to kind of focus on it, and then, you know, a little while from now, we'll
Has your
forget.
mind swayed on Gunther?
Yeah, I think that was the example I gave when you were on your pause, actually, was like,
Ah.
I fucking hated that choice. Like,
Right.
just let him be Walter. It fit. And then now it's just like, oh, look, Gunther. Like, I don't think twice anymore about it. It just faded off into the distance.
Now, how long will it take for Adam Copeland to do that and not be Edge?
It's the same thing. Like, Daniel Bryan is still Daniel Bryan to me.
It's synonym, one and the same.
You know who's somebody that, like, I completely forgot their WWE persona was Moxley. Moxley, for whatever reason, that is John Moxley. I don't think Dean ever.
Yeah, well, you say Dean and you think Supernatural. And even Dean Ambrose, that never with who we have now is John Moxley.
Yeah.
Does not fit anywhere a Dean or an Ambrose.
Yeah, no, it's the funniest thing. But like, I see Daniel Bryan, I constantly mix his names up. Yeah, I don't know why, but Moxley just got away with it. Of like, I think it's more like that's you. That's
Well,
him.
is it a BCC thing? Because I think Pac's gotten there, and I would argue Claudio as well. You still think Cesaro?
I still fuck with Cesaro. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I haven't given up on the Cesaro completely.
But Pac's there. You don't. No one still really calls him Neville.
Yeah, I'll give you that. I feel like he was. I don't know why, because I don't even think calling him Neville was good.
Fair enough.
He was one of those guys that they just remember they went through that phase where nobody was allowed to have two names.
Well, and also he was supposed to be Vince's pet project of being Mighty Mouse there. He's the man that gravity forgot. That's why we fucking chuckled like idiots when he fought a guy named Gravity.
Yeah, 100%. Like, this is just ironic. Don't you think?
Oh, absolutely. Well, still with metaphor there. Like I said, I've never met a 10, but I have met a few 4s.
Right? That's adorable.
That's so demeaning to say.
It wasn't meant to be. It was actually.
That's adorable. Like that's not even humorous. Your name is Hugh Morris. No, that's adorable.
You gave me the 5 twos. I thought it was really funny. That was really adorable how you put it together. It wasn't different at all. You're like, I felt the head pat.
Yeah, right. That's a good boy.
There was definitely a Tiffany epiphany tonight.
Yes, and that's the most I can say. And if anyone gets what I'm talking about, please tag me on Twitter so I can share it because it's funny as shit.
She made it very clear where the epiphany happens.
I want an epiphany over that fucking spot.
Tozawa jump trick. It was Tozawa, the ninja.
It was a ninja. Why wouldn't it be the biggest ninja of them all, of Omos? No, he was the biggest. Don't look at me like that.
I did not expect Omos to come out of your mouth. I didn't naturally think Omos the ninja. Who are you?
I don't know, but you shouldn't be standing out in the parking lot of NXT. It's dangerous out there, don't you know? Rikishi or somebody might be driving.
So what do you think of after this? Blair Davenport, GG, lights out match. The spinning wheel of death. Dum.
So Dom is suspect number 1 here. They're really doing this like fucking Scooby and the gang. No,
Frazier, here we go.
Well, we saw this on Monday Night Raw. Is this a buildup of Frazier jumping? Because we already know Dragon Lee is no longer associated with NXT.
Yeah, man. Look, we're getting a fight. You know, I kind of like.
Now, is this too on the nose? Or am I just reading between the lines here? We've got Nathan Frazier and All White, very much a la Shawn Michaels, coming down like HB Christ. And we've got Dom out here in all black and everything, much like Dom Undertaker.
I feel like maybe you're giving them a little too much credit, but we do know they do that quite often. So maybe you're like,
right.
Fraser, you're gonna fight Dom tonight, so please wear all white.
That rhymed way too well.
Dude, I grew up with that
from
shit.
KJ White. I mean, it feels like you might have an investment in here.
My dad had like this old folk song that he wouldn't beat us to death with. KJ White in the middle of the night, lost the fight. Oh, come on now. Down by the bay. Oh, mommy!
Oh.
And that's what mommy sounds like when you had a different word coming out of your mouth first.
No, you're fine 100% because, yeah. See, it's more than 2 thumbs up.
Oh, Nathan Fraser giving us a little Malachi.
No, not Mordecai. If he was going against Taker, he would 100% be Mordecai. That
all
would be
the horror movies at this time of year.
I think I spun you there because he did the whole all white, albino fucking
right
and everything like that. And he was supposed to be the anti-Taker, and then he became Kevin Vampire Dude Thorne.
He really did. That's funny that.
See, what comes around is all around, Ricky.
Those were dots I did not even mean to connect, but what a pretty picture. All the NXT women looking very sexy and appealing, attractive tonight. I do think
keep it in your pants, my guy.
Well, I mean, again, we can be gentlemen. Be gentlemen. I know there's a lot of dudes here, but
we're getting the spin
lady fans
deal. And why do Shotzi and Roxanne together look like big sister and little sister?
And they kind of do. And I'm not implying you. We're getting another.
Let's try and take a. We've got a. I'm trying to read. Buried Alive, Lights Out, Boiler Room Brawl,
Devil's Playground match.
Oh, man.
So Roxy versus Kiana.
I wish now I want to rewind and see what the fucking stipulations were here. Is
oh, son of a bitch.
She's taking after her aunt Santina.
Hey, I give this girl credit. She wasn't moving very fast, but she's like, listen, I got my shot. I'm going to take it. Trick got whoops. Moving on.
Yeah. Like I said, Santina's niece is out here cutting the promo.
No, it's his daughter.
Well, fucking sash everything.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. Sorry, I got literal there for a second.
Who's what now?
Yeah, don't worry. You were right. Keep going.
Fair enough.
You can have that. It was Mello. It's Mello. Mello.
Mello Yellow. Wait a minute. That's Santino's kid. Yeah.
Yes. Canadian. Actually, she might not be.
Oh, so we're getting her versus.
Wait,
bro, I've seen this before. It's called Sol Ruka.
Is that Sol Ruka?
I was gonna say I've seen this before. This is Wish.com Sol Ruka.
And I am. I feel like if I muted this, I would.
She's the Griff Garrison to fucking. Sol Ruka's Brad Pillman Jr.
When Sol Ruka gets healthy, this is her tag team partner
exactly,
for sure.
100%. Fucking Time Splitters versus them. That's a faction right there. This is fucking Barbie right now.
Well, I'm guessing that Santina's daughter is going to take the W here.
Cobra. Yes. John Cena.
Kiss my hand.
Yeah, but see, it's going to snap into the Cobra.
I don't. Hey, anyone out there? Have you seen? Oh, look, Dale taking Reese's Pieces.
Reese's is gonna end up in pieces. I feel tonight.
I don't know. I want to call her Ariana Grande, but whatever.
Ariana Grande, fucking Beach Barbie. Like, she is fucking 100%. Shawn Michaels just figured out what the fucking Barbie movie was all about, and he's just like, let's just do all of that.
Yeah, no, it's, again, though, a lot of female presence on the show. in like not just in like backstage, like we had Lash Legend, we had other, people involved. 2 nights in a row, very women heavy.
Pause.
Reese for the win.
Everybody's taking Reese now just because we went so anti-Reese.
Right?
We're the Reese's Pieces here.
Well, I'm assuming if she wasn't supposed to be there, it'd be a surprise win.
Yeah, well, and even then, you have to think about this. Like, this would have been Jakara Jackson, and they clearly made a switch for whatever reason, illegitimate or not. So I think they're very much going to call it on the fly. Like, you really think that if Jakara was going to win, that we're going to roll with this, my guy?
Yeah.
This is the first time we've literally seen this woman on TV because we don't watch NXT Level Up, or at least I don't.
No, but even like the odd time I'll catch like in my country, they kind of throw Level Up on at weird times. Like, so I'll just catch it after like a sports center. Like, oh shit.
But
yeah, I mean, every once in a while I catch one. I've never heard of or seen Brindley Reese before.
Is that because you couldn't pronounce her name?
Yeah, maybe.
Because don't worry, I was struggling.
Santino has the Cobra. She has the Python. Pause. We're not getting out of this show alive.
Not with a Python.
She might be a gardener snake. We'll see how this goes.
Suplex. This Adriana reminds me of Deonna Purrazzo.
Like a young Deonna, maybe. Yeah, okay. I get some of the comparable there.
She reminds me, like I said, of a young Santina.
She reminds me.
Oh.
Reese for the win.
1, 2, 3. And a pretty still kind of a squash, kind of not a squash.
Bryn, we barely knew you, Bryn.
Like I said, the Reese's have gone to pieces. T's and pieces for the Reese's Pieces.
So, Kalani Jordan's going to move on against Ariana Grace. Lola Vice is going to move on against Carmen Petrovich. And we're getting down to those semifinals.
Do we get... I know Lola Vice is coming out of that, but I'd argue...
You're going to take...
Ariana Grace.
Interesting.
I would at least argue that, because think about it, they're still going to probably lose to fucking what's her name there?
Kalani?
Lola Vice.
Lola, I think, got a nice head
She
start
wins this now because Jakara's out.
Yeah.
Easy.
I don't know. Be interesting. Now that you said it's easy, I wonder if it happened.
Well, they should do it. But speaking of should do, up next we've got, as we're in commercial break number, who knows at this point.
It's got to be 7.
But up next, we have the triple threat to determine who is the number 1 contender.
Yes.
Between Carmelo Hayes, Baron Corbin, and Dominic Dijakovic. Yeah,
well,
the Dijak.
It's technically a fatal 4-way, my guy.
Trick if he's gonna. Oh, goddamn! He's gonna.
It was
show
Carmelo,
like an ambulance and fucking win it.
Woo! That's what I thought. The minute I saw him down, I'm like, I'm wee-wooing in.
Yeah.
How you doing, Heather? But yeah, no, this is very interesting. Trick might not be able to go. Trick originally wasn't supposed to be in the match. He gets added to the match. Now he might be back out of the match.
Is it weird to do that? Like, if he doesn't wrestle tonight, is it weird to add him in the match and then turn around and write him out of it? And I get it's a story note, but still, it's a little awkward.
Only if you're building to the split up between Carmelo Hayes and Trick. Carmelo Hayes did it because he was pissed off that he got added.
Do that and not have them actually turn on each other. Like, I think you can.
I think you will
kind of separate, but not turn. I don't think the turn's needed.
It depends. I mean, and somebody else suggested it earlier in the chat of if maybe Carmelo's move up is to a heel hurt business, this might be the time to turn him heel. And Trick is such a big baby face. It might work. And I think you add him. Carmelo's pissed that they added him, so he took his friend out. And it's going to come out that Carmelo did it.
So when we get Bobby and the Prophets versus Cody and the gang with like Jey Uso, do we get Trick that shows up as like the hidden baby face, trap card and everything?
There's some long-term thinking.
to me, you can move him up to being a heel on the main roster without making him a heel on NXT type of thing.
But I think it helps get Trick over. If Trick and him have a little go,
does Trick need help getting over? He arguably had the biggest pop.
You got to fan those flames, my guy. You're burning. You got to fan those flames.
Pass the dochi on the left.
Yeah, right, my guy. Don't let that shit go out.
Yeah, chief that shit. Mellow for the win. I pray, says Bobby. Well,
I pray. I don't know. I mean, Mello's, I think, kind of like you said. I wonder if Mello's past that.
A little bit. This is an old DX storyline. Well, I mean,
we've done it more than
company. If that is accurate, they do run the company, so I won't be surprised.
Right now, somewhere, Jim Cornette's screaming at our YouTube going, "It was done before DX."
Well, yeah, in 19.
That was Ronnie. That was
fucking Nick Bockwinkel.
Yeah,
and Jim Hurd.
Garvin. That was the Bockwinkel Garvin angle, I tell you.
Right, seriously.
Though those paths probably didn't cross as much as I.
Right, you had to be a certain vintage to even get what we just said there. Outside of that, we were just talking in tongues right now. But that was her finisher. Has some potential. Okay.
Yo, Trevor, I feel bad because I don't know if I got the finish or. I know I got the pin. What was the finishing move?
Oh, fuck.
You see? It's hard.
I had a commercial break and my mind went blank.
Oh, I got to ask you about something before we move on.
Fair enough. Well, I've got Braun Breaker out here getting interviewed backstage with Tank Top, a best spear in the business.
I like that.
It's so interesting that the spear has become the most contested move between him, Adam Copeland, Roman Reigns, Ricky Starks, etc.
Oh, Stoner's here. Not you, Mark.
No, we've been here. But so your question, fast.
Well, it ties into this because
ask it.
When you were on your pause, they had a whole segment of Von Wagner going through rehab.
Put one foot in front of the
100%. He's like,
and soon you'll be walking across the floor. Right. I think that this is fantastic for Braun Breaker. If you're not going to pull the trigger on moving him up, he's going to be your biggest baddie. He's going to be the fucking devil on NXT.
Could be. He really could be.
He sent a man to fucking rehab. A man had to go and learn how to walk again because of this man. If you can't build on that, you shouldn't be booking fucking wrestling.
Yeah. No, they'll be fine. And they see it. That's why Braun got the rubs that he got recently. Pause. I mean, I know people, they brought back The Undertaker to bury Braun. Are you dumb? Are you not?
They beat them the week before.
What?
NXT beat AEW the week before.
Oh, no.
Remember, it was in the 900,000 and AEW had 800,000.
I was talking about the idea that Braun somehow got buried in that angle.
Oh, no. I get that too. I was talking about how Meltzer's tried to fucking cape for this shit and everything, much like how Tony's just lost his fucking mind on all of this. To where this isn't a new thing of NXT beating AEW. It's just becoming a constant thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and you're not wrong. Sorry, I'm just getting the graphic for Lexus King at Halloween Havoc.
He looks like he's going to be the fucking front man for a fucking Van Halen tribute band.
Well, I was going to say Motley Crue, but yeah, same idea.
That too.
One of the above. You pick
some 80s hair metal band. Yeah. Choose your fighter, but he's 100% the front man for their cover band.
Yeah.
As we're getting Half Stacks and Tony versus Chase U.
Come on.
Okay, that was the thing.
Let's move on.
We're getting Baron Corbin right now in the ring, as I've also got Carmelo Hayes in the ring. I don't know if you're ahead of me or behind me.
I got Carmelo Hayes in the ring with his name bar up, his placard.
I just got there with
Corbin. What's that?
And Corbin's there as well.
Yes. And now here comes Dijak.
Yeah. Now, should I sit there and try to call this whole match in that
No,
whole list.
no, you shouldn't.
Well, I could probably do it. Yeah.
Oh dear God.
Thumbs up or thumbs down. Give us a
Yeah,
super
the
chat.
chats are gonna jump over. Do
this whole
it, do
match.
it. Do
Yeah,
it.
do it. Listen to me.
Aaron's saying that Charlotte has the best spear in the world.
No. I would argue it's between Goldberg and Rhino.
Yo,
the Goldberg versus Goldberg to me, that's a fucking decleater. That's
you know what?
That's a football tackle.
Rhino I hadn't seen in a hot minute. He was kind of off, and then he made his comeback last week, and he hammered a spear or a gore, and man, did it look clean.
See, I don't even still go to current Rhino. I always still go back to like ECW Rhino, to where he was literally the fucking war machine and everything. Like he was just
killing people.
Right. That's all he did is show up, spear, and leave. He was Brock Lesnar, just short, round, and low to the ground.
I really like Ricky Stark's spear. I'm going to give that guy credit. I'm not saying it's the best. I don't believe it's the
I
best.
wouldn't. That's not even in my top 5.
No, but I'm just saying he has a really pretty spear.
That's the fucking whoopsie fucking spear. That's up there with like Mongo McMichael.
Oh,
I don't like his spear. I like Goldberg, Rhino, Edge, Roman.
Goldberg's spear was great because he was truly killing people.
Yeah, he was. I'm gonna fucking split you in half.
Yeah, I'm gonna put like
that was
legit.
A football tackle. That was you're a wide receiver going across the middle, and your fucking safety just lights you up.
Monty Brown or the Monty Brown pounce.
Oh, if we're getting into pounces, then it's a 2-horse race there between him and Keith Lee.
Keith Lee's got a good pounce.
Wow. He fucking put Adam Cole. Adam Cole hasn't been the same physically. This man has taken nothing but injuries since he took that Keith Lee pounce. Yeah, gore!
Really good pace to this triple threat to kick it off right away, Nick. And if you guys haven't made a prediction yet, who's going to be your number 1 contender for Halloween Havoc?
Let me know. Why is it the Dijak? Yeah, do it.
Real Charlotte is trash. You are fake news.
Perspective, though.
No, it's fake. She is not trash. She might not be your cup of tea, but she's not garbage. Both.
Why does Baron Corbin just look like if you've ever bounced at a bar or anything like that, or like been late night at a bar, Baron Corbin always looks like he's the last dude that is waiting to fucking throw hands with somebody, especially with that fucking chest tattoo and everything.
Yeah. He's the guy that always ends up having his shirt ripped off.
He's had one too many fucking Jaeger bombs and shit.
Oh, no.
We're gonna double DDT. It always goes to that. It always goes to the fucking clockwork spot. 1 count, two count on Dijak.
We're going to pitcher. See, I appreciate pitcher in a main event. I will be okay with that.
But now, so sidebar, do you appreciate with as I'm not even in picture, I'm in straight on commercial.
I got straight on commercial too.
Yeah. So screw you, Canada.
Blame Canada.
Trudeau, I know you're listening.
Say that. They will shut us down. Our country's different.
Oh God. Now I forgot where I was going.
Because I got afraid. Everyone's like, "What did we just?"
The spooky man.
Yeah, the boogeyman's coming to get you.
He's gonna eat worms.
Halloween Havoc, Lights Out, and Devil's Playground. So, I mean, next week, 2 of the matches are going to be already spun on. So, there we go.
Now, is it interesting that WWE's already getting more in the spooky season than Tony Khan is? Then again, it's debatable if Tony Khan even knows it's October right now.
Mm-hmm.
Right. On the happy birthday bender he's been on, it's debatable he knows what month it is.
Tony, you hear?
Right, Tony, it's 2023. You know that, right?
Right. NXT booking is so weird. So basically, Havoc Night 1 is women's night with 5 matches. Why not spread it out 3 on one or 2 on the other? Why not just have a whole? I'm okay with a whole night of women. Stop me when I'm wrong.
You have that.
You cut that anyway.
What I'm mad at. But neither one of you are fully wrong. I'll say that.
I'm okay with it. But I feel like there's a men's match next week as well, no? Is the Ilya match next week?
Well, there's the tag match. There's the tag match. There's the men's tag match.
Okay.
I don't know if Ilya's defending the title on night 1. I don't believe I've seen anything advertised for night 2. So I think everything's advertised for night 1, and night 2 is just going to be the follow-up, the carryover.
Yeah. I think I mean, there's no wrong answer here, Real. I mean, I don't know if it's that weird, but you can go either way with it. I'm not picky.
Fair enough. Well, I like these. Sling is picture-in-picture. I have never tried Sling. I've seen it, never tried it. I got that YouTube TV. I just knocked over my fan. Gladys Knight and the Pips. Is that the equivalent of Bobby and the Prophets?
Right? Bobby and the Prophets is the way to go. Corbin on fire.
Every day is a white Christmas in TK's world.
Mine too.
Oh.
The name.
I'm glad you explained that because none of us went that way with it.
I think everybody watching knows I'm far too relaxed to be in that direction.
I mean, you never know.
Listen, let's roll the snowball down this hill and move on.
Speaking of snowballs,
I know nothing.
Well, no, I like this. If TK said we did Texas Chainsaw Massacre match last week or last month. We're good. We're done. We did the spooky match.
Well, it'll be interesting because it's next Wednesday will be the day after Halloween. So
does Tony not watch horror movies? Because I mean, shit, if he was fearing for his life because of everything with CM Punk and everything, if this man watched a fucking Saw movie or a Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie or anything, this man's fearing for his life in the theater. Let's be honest.
Right. Disney Plus all the way for Tony Khan.
He's just watching, Wizards of Waverly Place, and that's his fucking Halloween shit.
The inspiration for half the booking. Tag team matches, men. Yeah, thank you, Dale.
Mm-hmm.
So not just all women, so that's fair enough. But I don't mind.
Night 2. I did not know.
Ilya's night 2. Thank you, Richard.
Oh, so multiple people confirming. So they did finally advertise one thing.
I figured they would. They'd sprinkle something.
As I've got Carmelo going up to the top rope.
Bop.
Corbin knocks him off.
Lexus King debuts next week or shows up next week. Is he actually going to be in a match?
I think he's just going to debut.
Be there. Night 2 is NXT title match, so that is confirmed. Women's final will be night 2 as well. Yes, it will.
Ooh. I thought that was advertised as night 1.
Everyone, but KJ was on the same thought. Yeah.
Now I don't even know what thought we're on with that one.
I think we were snowballing again, but we're not going to do that. Pause. Braun versus Vaughn's agent next week. Richard, that didn't. No. Did that get called?
Well, we saw Robert Stone talking to him backstage. I was making a joke of it's Theo Vaughn instead of Von Wagner. The other Vaughn.
The other Vaughn. Oh!
Yeah, Jackinator. Yeah, do it. 1, 2. Oh, Carmelo with the fucking sweeping fucking sidekick.
T-bar for the NXT title.
Don't you do that. Don't you fucking do that.
I want Dijak to win.
Yeah.
I mean, they do have, a history with Ilya there.
They did a whole fucking Equalizer movie to where he sit there and fucking kidnapped him and shit.
Right? Are we really getting Braun versus Stoner next week?
I don't know.
Oh my God. What a boot.
Yeah.
Woo!
But is it funny though that people forget that he was Robbie E in Impact? Like he can still actually wrestle.
I think people do. I mean, it's not like out of the realm of possibility. He's going to job out really hard, really fast.
Bro, what is up with the fucking straight from home, like fresh off the fucking Michael Scott copier? Are is these signs that saying Dijak section in like Times New Roman and everything?
That is too funny. Now, what was I going to ask? I had a question about Dijak.
Yeah.
I don't know. If Dijak doesn't win this, what do you do with Dijak? Does he feud with Corbin?
Does he become the heavy to Lexus King? Pillman?
That's not bad.
He's got to do something. Not everybody's going to get pushed to the top, but I could see him being the Diesel maybe to Lexus Pillman's HBK a little bit.
Fair, okay.
If I had to do something with him, if I had him,
I don't hate it.
Yeah.
To be honest, but we're really curious. You're almost better off doing that with Corbin. That's
grabbing. You get Ziggler stink.
Oh, maybe, yeah. Oof.
You've got Raw on you. You got the stench of a dead corpse on you.
Right. Oh. Technically, I can find out what happened with Punk and Tony through Alex. I'll ask him next time we talk. All right, Easy Bake. You get on that.
Yeah, you do that.
Appreciate you. Also, House of Black. Did somebody say who was it?
Cool.
How is Danhausen not on every AEW show this month? Well, he has been on 2.
He's injured.
He's been on the last 2 though. Holy shit, by the way.
Well, is it interesting that you're now starting to see more of the censorship on Dynamite? But I feel like we're getting to a point with NXT if somebody's going to come out there and say like, all right, guys, like, can we not do that? We know you're excited. Just cheer, but don't swear.
Let them curse. It's only shit. Relax, guys. Y'all got to watch. It's an American thing, and it bleeded.
It's a common colloquialism,
right? Because other countries, they just let it happen.
It's the C word.
Yeah, you got to go that far. Dijak versus Braun 1-on-1. Baron. Not Braun, Baron.
I'd be down for it.
There you go. Happy birthday. Oh, sorry.
Feast your eyes. Oh, rolls through end of days.
End of days. Oh!
Mellow! It's nothing but net. Holy sugar, honey, iced tea. As Carmelo wins it. And now this is where we're going to plant the seeds of Carmelo's the one that took out Trick because notice how Trick wasn't here.
There we go. Happy birthday, Scott, by the way.
Yes, 100%. I saw this man had his birthday out there. So happy birthday to you. What? Happy birthday to
Cha. Where is Wesley? Wesley been MIA.
I fly like paper, I like planes.
On his way back to the Rascals bash.
Yeah, but no, I really like that of you literally had finisher all into a sequence there. But that was a good match. And you even cut to both men just beaten down on the outside. This literally looks like, I know he mentioned about, if I was doing my career mode or something, this is what it would be like. Like he's about to just be that with the game because it looked like that of cut to this guy, beaten on the outside, cut to that guy, broken and disheartened on the outside. No one gives a shit about you, Lyra. So we end this more.
Oh, the heel. Oh, look.
Oh, bro.
Oh, she playing with my emotions, Nick.
Yeah, she's playing with censorship too.
Don't
Because
worry, I'll wait.
bro, I said it. I think we both said it.
Becky.
She shows up on NXT and she gets involved with Becky. And you know what?
Yo.
Tony, you can have that. That ain't even what I'm at.
Bro, Bird Lady might be the NXT champion next week.
No.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. It could happen.
No. Why? Explain. Show your homework.
Jade costs Becky.
Why not just let Becky win and then you face Becky for the belt, motherfucker?
Because you don't need the belt anywhere around Jade yet. Because that's my thought.
So she's going to win the... So what belt does she win on Raw?
I think they take the feud up to Raw, if I'm
right,
guessing.
and so then she gets stuck in the logjam. We already talked about how we have 5, almost 6 women.
No, but she would build a feud with Becky. It's not, to me, a log. I believe she's going to be a Raw talent. I think everybody's kind of felt like that's what's happening. So if Jade is going to Raw, you have Becky drop that belt and you pull Becky back up to the main roster for that feud.
She went eye to eye with Charlotte. Everybody. He's being featured on NXT. Nobody knows. The dirt sheets say that she's
nobody
going to
knows.
Raw.
Nobody knows.
But that's the thing is, if you had there and you run it back, the TBS reign that she had with the NXT title.
Ooh,
fuck it.
Oh, okay. So that's interesting.
What does she do on Monday Night Raw? She gets caught.
I don't think a lot of people. I don't think
is she beating Io.
I'm surprised because I haven't heard a lot of people say that she's going to stay in NXT for an extended amount of time.
I've been harboring the fucking drums that she's, she's NXT bound. She's greener than goose shit.
I find that very hard to believe the way they've rolled out the red carpet. I can see her spending 6, 8, 10, 12
But she's the biggest draw in that company, though, in that brand. Why put her on another brand and muddy the waters? And you've already got a fucking Shark's Tank on both sides. So why not just have her be in NXT? And she's literally the fucking flagship of that whole show.
I don't think they're going to do it, though. I really don't see that being the way they've brought her on. I do believe she's going to go straight to the main roster. Maybe, again, a little appearance here or there. But I don't believe that the investment they made.
She feuds with Charlotte, probably Lewis says she feuds with Becky, maybe even if she
she's gonna go over, dude.
Where does she go past then though?
She beats Becky, then she goes up and beats another babyface and then beats another one. She's getting a rocket strapped to her. She will be a champion sooner than later.
Yeah, but I think the path that you're choosing is the later
I don't like you, and I don't know.
Is she beating Rhea? Does she Io? Io would be your best bet then if you're going that route, which then she's still not on Raw.
I feel like the way they presented her, she is going to beat anybody.
Right. And so you do that on NXT to where she beats anybody and everybody.
But I don't think that's where they're positioning her. I think they're selling her as a future champ that's coming in to really make a statement. Like she's a blue chipper. She's Shaquille O'Neal. Just, he didn't wait. He got in there and just started dunking on people. I think that's what their intent with her is.
NXT right now is waiting. We've got Braun Breaker there. We've got Carmelo, and those are guys that we talk about as top guys, even with the company and everything. I think NXT is evolving to the point to where it's back as that third brand of it's not waiting.
No, that's a valid.
You're there.
That's viable. I mean, at the end of the day, I had the opinion that maybe the breakout tournament would be something they would use her in. And again, like I said, it's just, it doesn't seem like many. I really do think at this point, everything I've read and seen, that they're building her to go to the main roster, and they're going to strap everything to her. She's not going to lose. If she fights Charlotte, she's going to beat Charlotte. She will.
But I think you do her a better service of you already putting her there, and then you still put her there,
I always thought that her first rivalry was going to be Becky on Raw. That will be her first takedown.
Yeah, but it could. At this point, we've even seen it could be Becky on Raw for the NXT title.
Yeah, I don't think so. I really think this could be a case
I
of
mean, she's defended the NXT title on Raw, so
she has, but I don't think
you just think she stays completely away. You think Jade
I don't
stays
know.
completely away from NXT? We
Yeah,
just had her featured prominently on NXT, but you think she stays
she's
completely
been
away from
featured on
NXT?
all 3 shows, and she said she was going to
Right.
continue to do that. Does she have an extended stint in NXT? I don't think so. I
But
don't
what
think they put her
defines an
down there for
extended
8 months.
stint?
I don't think they make her champion and give her like a long run in NXT.
She
I
could
don't
be
see that
champion and
happening.
not get a long run.
Like when you were saying that, well, you were saying she would go down there and dominate. So what? Dominate for a month, 2 months? So we're saying the same thing. If she's going to be up on the main roster sooner than
No,
later,
because you're
well,
saying that she would never even go down there.
I never said she wouldn't sniff it. Everybody's like they're
Oh,
swapping everybody in and out. What I'm saying is I don't see her being NXT champion and having an extended time down there to defend that belt. And I don't think they're going to put her on the TBS title run that like where you suggested make her like the TBS where she just goes on this tear. I don't think they're going to do that. Not
but so
not
then,
in NXT.
but I'm still asking if she goes to main roster, Raw or SmackDown,
Mm-hmm.
and she's not like, what championship does she get?
She
Does
can
she
have
beat
whatever
Rhea?
she
Does she
would.
beat
By
EO?
the time she gets to either one of them, yes. She's going to beat
Really? You
everybody.
think that we're gonna get to the point to where
Yes.
on so then it would be what? It wouldn't even be it'd be like Survivor Series. You
Not
get
that
Jade versus Rhea. Well, no, I'm just thinking it's not
no,
gonna be a crown jewel. So I'm saying if you went to like the
won't be
next
Survivor
closest
Series.
pay-per-view.
No.
No, I
What
was just going to the next closest pay-per-view. It could be
Yeah, like
any
I
of
think
them past that.
she'll feud with somebody like a Becky, somebody that's going to take care of her, someone that's going to highlight her for, the first little bit, and then once she gets through that, then she starts knocking off other women in that division, other people in that roster, and by the time she gets to whatever champion she gets to, she's winning it. I don't see her. I see like you said, it's full of sharks, which I agree. She's one of the sharks. They signed her and brought her in as another shark, not as an underneath or a development talent.
Yeah, but
They're making her a superstar.
but I feel like that I'm not trying to say with her being on NXT as in underneath or anything like that. I think there's only a few sharks in that fucking tank, so let them fucking go at it. That's the thing.
Yeah,
I think she stays there a bit more, learns the WWE system, learns, gets more acclimated, gets more introduced to the WWE audience. And I get, obviously, this is all a little bit pedantic of she had the whole interaction with Charlotte and everything like that. But I think it's one of those feel more logjam to me. So why not give her an opportunity to go? You think she just breaks through whatever's going on?
she's the axe. She doesn't see a logjam.
Okay.
She's gonna buzzsaw through them all.
Fair enough.
I think within 12 months she'll have a championship. One of the two.
Fair enough. I get what you're saying. I think they might go different.
We don't know.
Yeah.
But holy shit indeed. Wesley, we got that one.
As we just went off on a tangent.
Yeah, it was fun. But what do you guys got? I saw a couple ratings in there, but we will call last call on the chat, even though we ignored you for the last 10 minutes. Wave back.
We got the super chats, we got the super stickers. You know how to show up and show out because that's what the show is about. So
I think Carmelo shafted Trick, and Halloween 2 Trick will cost Carmelo and say, "You took me out." I kind of think that's close.
Does he come back in a Michael Myers outfit?
Hey, does Von Wagner come back as Frankenstein?
There was a mash. It was a monster mash.
Last TikTok gimmick didn't work too well. Bad omens, bad omens. Money just inhale real deep. I'm not asking.
Pass Doshi upon the left hand side.
So in kayfabe, does Jade have magic TV powers, or did she have to the technical crew patch her through?
Both.
It's Halloween, man. She wiggled her nose. She'll be good to go. Right? See, Daniel thinks she should stay in NXT like you do. I think that's what the showcase they're putting on behind the scenes. They're doing that fine tuning. I think that's what she spent a lot of time getting ready for when she does get in the ring. I'm really curious what they do with her.
Yeah, well, I think whatever they do with her, it's going to be good.
Yeah. I don't like Jade in NXT for a sustained period of time. One feud. Yeah. Jade is
But
already my champ.
well, but even like what we were saying though, of either way, whichever way they go with it, I think it's going to be good. It's really just splitting hairs.
Oh yeah, I mean it's just a difference of perspective on that one. And again, when they first signed her, I was very much like, put her in the breakout tournament, we'll be good. And then just watching all the shit they've done with her, I'm like, nah, this feels big time.
But again, if you're looking at a Ricky Starks, an MJF, maybe even a big Cass, a Cass XL, to come back over, anything like that, maybe even hopefully an Eddie Kingston, anything like that, you're really showing see, this is what we could do with you versus what the con man who can't pay direct TV can do with you.
She can be in NXT till the Rumble and then win it. Not bad. That'd be like crazy. Come out of the
It's
gate.
going to be interesting this year's Women's Rumble.
Lots to talk about with the Rumble. She beats Becky for the NXT belt. So, yeah, okay, give her the belt. Stay there a few months and train, do some more drops. So, yeah, Daniel's saying kind of in the same veins as you is give her a little run down there. I don't know. But she needs to learn how to do it in NXT. Perhaps.
That's the thing is I think it's going to be, it's the WWE style of, I think he might have been on a pause when I was talking about this, of Corbin's a little bit like that. Ziggler was that. I think Sean Waltman was very clearly that of there's the WWE litmus test of if you didn't do it in their style, you know to hit a move towards the hard cam, this, that, and the third.
Yeah, it doesn't strike me as something she's really going to struggle with.
I'm not saying she's going to struggle with it, but I think they're going to run her through the fucking combine on it.
Yeah, but I think that's what they've been doing for the last 4 weeks. That's what I think they're doing right now. Is she's in the performance center, you know, week in and week out, and always.
So if you have this,
she's not going to wrestle.
If you have a blue chip, and you don't have to drop them into a fucking Shark's tank, like you have a dog in the fucking fight, and you don't have to drop that. Let me finish. You don't have to drop them into a pit, and you could drop them to where they're only got 1 or 2 dogs out in the race. Do you maybe do that and just let them fucking, if they're new, you let them stretch out, you let them fucking run with it for a minute?
If you have a blue chipper that's going to deliver and you're confident in that, Connor Bedard's starting for Chicago.
So for your first line or nothing, first line
in. Again, I use the analogy of Shaquille for obvious reasons. I mean, you weren't going to be like, "Hey, kid, we need you to play some, development ball for a couple years." You were like, "No, all right, straight out of college."
Not even that, but maybe you come in off the bench.
No, God, no. Unless if you're an average,
if you're a top 10 prospect, you're fucking playing, or you're not on my team.
Yeah, and that doesn't work for everybody. I think she's a unique talent. Now, the WWE could do exactly what you assume, what Daniel said. Dale thinks kind of Becky Lynch might get screwed by Jade. The only reason I suggest Becky is because I believe Becky's going to take care of her. Becky will know how to get the best out of her.
Yeah, I think that just on NXT.
Yeah, perhaps, for sure. Jade is my new mammy. I like the possibility of Mello injuring Trick. Do you think AEW's payoff of the double mask guy flamed out? It is like when people talk about the storytelling, Nick, do you not feel like this is an example of not the greatest of storytelling? It's like you have to flip through a bunch of blank pages and then all of a sudden the story starts again.
That whole story, and I think we both even said it when we were live, of that felt very rushed because we had the Adam Cole injury right along with that. If it felt like this wasn't planned to be here, but we've got to fill time.
Yeah, it's so odd.
Because we haven't touched on it since then. Well, not on a promo, nothing. Like Jay White's talked how many promos and has never talked about getting his ass whooped.
Right? No, I agree. Like it's been very surprisingly subdued because it was really hot when they first did it, and we saw it before. Wrestling fans love a good mystery, right? We got to figure out who.
Where are you?
We love a good mystery. And
so are you Daphne and I'm Velma, or are you Velma and I'm
why do
Daphne?
you go that way? I might be hippier. I might have to take Daphne.
Oh wait, are you Shags and I'm Scoob, or are you Scoobs and I'm
Who's the other
Shags?
one? Freddie Prince?
Yeah, no one wants to be fucking Fred.
Freddie Prince Jr.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, at the end of the day, I think that I completely forgot. Oh, the storyline with the mask. They just didn't highlight it enough. They should have given us replay. They should have talked more about it. It was an important thing. Like you compare it to something like the White Rabbit. You give us the tease, and then when everybody starts buzzing about it, next week we get another tease. Then we get another tease. You build, and the teases get bigger and bigger, and the clues get bigger and bigger, and the red herrings get bigger and bigger until you get a
it
payoff.
shows they had no outcome. They had no plan for that. That was literally
Right.
just fill time.
So you think the mask thing was just this random like time filler? Like fuck it, just throw it in there.
At this point, yes, because think about it. We've both pretty much written promos just off the top that could have been better. Of like I said, if Jay White came out there and was like, see, I know you, MJF. As much as you sit there and trying to act like you're, for the fans and everything, you're trying to be this good guy now, and you're trying to redeem yourself and everything. Deep down, there's still a devil inside of you. That's why you got you. You put that mask on one more time, and you got whoever else with you to sit there and jump me and everything. Yeah, it's a whole promo you could go with, and it wouldn't put us to fucking sleep like these fucking 20 to 30 minute promos after a 20 to 30 minute match.
Yep. I agree, and that it hasn't helped. C Money got a good point. They're already selling her jars of farts. So
why? No.
But yeah, basically saying that she's wrapped in gold, folks. What can we do?
I'm sure Jade is Tony Khan.
Right. I'm sure Jade is sticking with Raw. More possible opponents there. SmackDown doesn't have the roster or the time to showcase her. No, I kind of agree with that.
Charlotte. Bailey.
You got to hold off on Charlotte. You can't give us Charlotte yet. You can't give us Charlotte yet. Bianca might be back by Survivor Series.
Right, but that you're saying opponents. I'm naming opponents.
Yeah, I kind of feel like the time is a big part of that. I think again, when you're trying to showcase her, I mean, she could go to either. I don't give a fuck. Fair enough. 8 out of 10, 7 out of 10. Carmelo Hayes had to be the one to attack Trick. Are you leaning that way? Do you feel that's going to be the answer?
I feel like it's kind of the obvious answer. I'm like trying to hope and like, what can I create that would make sense beyond that? But I feel like that's too obvious.
Right. Jade is going to be the female Hulk Hogan. Yep. Ding.
Well, let me tell you something, brother.
She is the second coming, or she is the evolution of Charlotte.
Evolution is a mystery.
Exactly. Right? Like she is what we got with Charlotte Flair with 13 titles, never losing on a pay-per-view, dominating the women's division for a large chunk of time. That will be Jade.
Are you saying, if I'm reading between the lines,
eventually everyone's going to hate her?
The most WWE female pro wrestler that has ever existed. Like in that style of like can sit there and can cut a promo, looks like they could beat the shit out of you, looks like goddamn She-Hulk and everything like that. Is a viable title contender 100%. Like she's the most Vince McMahon-y WWE female wrestler of all time, even surpassing Charlotte Flair.
Well, and again, we'll see where this all ends up. But right now, I think Jade, as far as being a promo, speaks that she's a better promo and will be a better promo than Charlotte overall. Athleticism, I got to wait and see how Jade pans out here. But yeah, I think in that vein, like that kind of stratosphere of the big, strong, athletic woman.
Is that not super high accolades already? That's it's like being a rookie. Well, you mentioned Connor Bedard. It's like being Bedard and getting compared to Patrick Kane. It's like being LeBron James and getting compared to Michael Jordan.
Yeah,
you're coming out the gate. You never step a fucking step on the foot on the court, and you're being compared to the best to do it.
Yeah, I think so, and I think that is that's the measure. Like You figure 5 years from now, Charlotte's probably close at 4 or 5 years from now to
Mhm.
being done, right? Like, how much more is she going to wrestle after, we're going to still get Charlotte Flair matches in 2030?
I mean, we're still getting Ric Flair matches in 2022,
Fair enough.
2023. So, I
Touche.
mean, for fuck's sake, the apple don't fall far from the tree.
Right. No shit. Never mind. I take it back. Uh,
You could not have picked a worse example.
yeah, shit. Miyu Yamashita was in the crowd, in the NXT crowd. One of my
Who?
faves. One of my faves. Alfred Magnum could work.
I was gonna make
Oh, Magnum could work. I just
many
added your name.
statements with Yamashita that you were just talking about there.
Had good-
No, you're talking about Rina Yamashita, 100%. I mean, I know she would never fit in NXT. Not enough blood, not enough fucking skewers. But yeah,
murder everybody.
be amazing.
8 out of 10 says Dale. I think we're pretty much ready to wrap, folks. So I'm going to tell you. All right.
Well, you can tell us who Miyu Yamashita is, because I feel like that sounds like me and you want to sit.
Right. And C Money's right. I mean, again, Charlotte's in that Roman era, like that plateau of athletes that has a lighter workload, that is only around to fuck with the belt for the most part. Like, she's always sniffing around the belt for the most part.
It's so funny to me, and I guess this might be a bit of the nostalgia speaking and everything, but I still halfway feel
yes, he was.
It might be a bit extreme now with how much, say, a Roman or a Charlotte may take time off. But do you really remember like Dwayne being super prominent on like every week, or Austin?
It depends.
Yeah,
right?
but then again, you also had the whole roster that you could run through. Whether like if Taker's not there, then Austin's there, or if Austin's not there, like Kane's there, and vice versa. Like you had a fucking depth.
When their roster was deep, real deep, that you saw a lot of that where, you know, 2 guys would be in the main event picture, 2 guys would be in the IC title picture, and then you'd have your tag teams or whatever. And then other guys that were usually in that kind of highlight where you were seeing them every week, they'd be a little quieter. Maybe you'd see them once every 2 weeks, and they got quieter. They didn't do much. They kind of just, got quiet, took time off. And then they would circle back and they would become hot again and pull someone else back down into something else.
Right.
I mean, those were the good old days.
It's the one bit of credit I will give to Vince Russo. So if anyone's listening, clip this out and send it to him, because it's been probably the one nice thing I say about him. To where everybody from top of the card to the bottom of the card, like Val Venus has made his legacy on thanks to Vince Russo being involved with that of the whole choppy whaty and everything.
Show on this.
Wait, I don't know.
Somebody say something in the comment chat right now. Let's go. Give me something else to
let's talk about Taka Michinoku or
folks, I will say that was NXT. I enjoyed the show. I'm gonna give it a 7 tonight.
Oh well, we got bashed with a 7. We got
there you go.
I'm ending on anything else but besides what I said. Rick saying wants one more match. No, you had that. I'm mad at that.
You passed out twice during your previous attempt.
As balloons just went off.
Someone fucking with me.
I don't know. Am I the only one that saw that?
I saw it too, and that's twice.
Okay. He's hoping Khan will sign him and let him wrestle. Is he signing like a 1 day, like I don't know if they do it in hockey, but I know they do it in the NFL. Of like, if you were like really known around this team, you'll sign like a 1 day contract. You like sign with them and then retire in the same day you see you and say you retired with that team.
Yeah, it's possible. But Rick, no, don't do it. It's going to be a fun one. We are back tomorrow for Dynamite. We're back Thursday for Impact, Friday for SmackDown and Rampage, Saturday for Bound for Glory. Folks, we got so much coming your way. We got more content coming your way. Make sure you hit like, share, subscribe, check out all the stuff down below. Even get yourself some swag. We thank you for being here. Big Nick, happy Tuesday.
Our shit is real. Our shit is raw. Our shit is authentic. When you're talking about the you keep throwing me off because you lip sync along with it.
I've heard it so many times. I like it.
So is everybody. Our shit is authentic. When you're talking about that wrestling, you're going to put that for life with it.
See you on the flip side. Go to bed. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you so much. Good night.